SEL Playoffs. StarCraft Evolution League Playoffs. We've got 4 best of 5s today. A couple of best of 7 semifinals tomorrow. And the best of 9 finals. Should be a lot of fun. We've got a couple of actually, few mirror matches today. But that should mean that tomorrow we pretty much almost are guaranteed to have... Well, we're guaranteed to have at most 1 mirror matchup. But there's a good chance we have no mirrored finals. Definitely won't have a first semifinal being a mirror matchup. It's going to be a ZVT regardless, because we got TaeJa versus Cure today. Winner of that will face off against the winner of today's game series between Rogue and Threepoint. I'm kind of hoping for Rogue versus TaeJa. I think that would be such a cool concept of a match. Because TaeJa's done quite well, but I have not had a chance to cast any of his games just yet. Oh, there we go. Game number 1 is going to be on Meganatha. And it is... Looks like TaeJa has the higher seed. He's picked SC2. I think. Wow, okay. Kind of wasn't expecting that, if I'm being honest. Things feel a little quiet for me. It's maxed out. Okay. TVT Poggies. Poggers. All right, we're getting right into it. Right on into it. Open up the YouTube as well. Welcome to YouTube. Cure versus TaeJa. TVT best of 5. Brood War versus SC2. And this is, of course, a round of 8 match. We'll win this best of 5 round of 8. Cure. Paused. Oh, instant pause. Brood War T, SC2 T. And TaeJa. Also Brood War Terran and SC2 Terran as well. 5 minutes on the prediction for that one. Oh, TaeJa with a bit of a mouse problem, but it looks like it is being resolved currently now.
Game resumed.
And we're into it. Make sure that that's all good. There we go. We're going to just switch this off, that I can drink my coffee in peace and start things off. Here we go. Spawning up at the top left, it is Team Liquid's Cure. Brood War Terran. That distinct look. We all know it. That gritty patchwork metal look. You love it. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right with a sleeker, more updated. It's still very hickish. SC2 Terran. It is TaeJa. Forgot he capitalized the J. Gotta fix that. Disastrous. Oh man, it's been so long since I've casted a game of TaeJa. Actually, I don't know if I've ever cast a game of TaeJa. That might have been after I started casting. But I remember his legendary 17-0 DreamHack run. I remember the summer of TaeJa. I remember when Team Liquid picked him up. Team Liquid has had a very impressive history of picking up really good Terrans. Really good Terrans. Woke up at 5:03 a.m. Oh, damn. Too young to cast TaeJa? No, more like... or like I didn't get into casting as much when TaeJa was still the tour de force that he was. It is a command center first, by the way, into a 2 racks, which is quite interesting. 2 racks, double gas. This is quite surprising out of Cure. I'm not super familiar, admittedly, with Brood War TVT yet. Obviously, siege tanks are very good. I'm used to seeing mech, but it doesn't mean you can't play biomech. Now, TaeJa is going to open up with a Reaper. Cure is... God, Cure is such a good player. Now, it's going to be hard to kill SCVs with a Reaper because they have 60 HP. That is basically the first thing we point out whenever we cast this mod. If there's a Terran in there. Obviously, no macro mechanics is a big one, too. No chrono boost, no mules. Of course, comsats exist. No injects. So you need more hatcheries. No warp gate. But that's not... Well, that's a macro mechanic. You could make an argument. Was a fast academy, by the way. 3rd barracks coming in now. You're prioritizing the fast stim and fast medics. Really? Okay, yeah. Normally when I've seen a CC first, I wonder if this is a new iteration of getting things rolling earlier. Oh, TaeJa gonna get jumped here. Does he lose the Reaper? Yes, he does. Nice play from Cure there. TaeJa was not quite paying attention. Here with a tiny little skill check to start things off. Says, hey, checking the minimap. You the TaeJa I remember? No? All right, I'll take my free Reaper then. Thank you. Bing, bang, boom. We are seeing TaeJa opening up. Okay, I've seen a little bit of this, specifically against Brood War Bio. The Blue Flame Hellion really rips those Bio units apart. Because they don't have combat shields. They don't have combat shields. The medics, of course, that you can't lift up into a medevac. You're not making a medevac. For one, it doesn't exist. It's called a dropship. It doesn't have boost. It's much higher to get on the tech tree than a medevac. Maybe not much higher, but I mean, you need a control tower, which is basically the equivalent of the tech lab. TaeJa going to be able to snipe down a scouting marine. Oh, stim forced out, but, well, not even forced out. More like Cure once again checking, seeing if his opponent was paying attention. Medics have a lot of energy. It takes a lot to burn through this. Nice little spread from Cure as he goes chasing. But you got to be careful. The natural clumpiness of SC2 engine really changes how things work here. U-238 shells being researched by Cure. 3rd CC built at the front. Interesting. And it will be mech out of TaeJa. We're not thinking Blue Flame Heli into a weird bio play. No, we're going mech. Now, in this case, looks like battle mech. Oh. A lot of gas in the bank, actually, for TaeJa. He might have taken his gases a little... Actually, he definitely took his gases a little too early. Oh, wow, that is a lot of gas in the bank. But it is fair to say that normally you don't float this much gas. You're not spending these many minerals. We are going to see a pretty good fight from TaeJa. Cure was not ready for this at all. He is in huge trouble. Is he just going to die? He's got nothing behind this. Oh, my God, this Blue Flame Hellion timing is actually just going to end the game. Oh, wow, Cure was not ready for this at all, and neither was I, apparently. This is just over. GG. Wow. Okay. Damn. I can honestly say I wasn't expecting that fast. Kind of was expecting some skirmishes, but yeah, if there's nothing to fall back on behind this, no tanks, no bunker, yeah, you can just get run over. And that's exactly what we just saw. Wow. It is a warm summer in South Korea. Some might say it's a summer of TaeJa. There's a little messy. It is early in the morning for me. And I was out late with friends last night, which is nice. But we're definitely... I feel like less than having a night of sleep, I had a nice nap. Which is good. Good to have a nice nap. But sometimes not always the most sufficient. We are running on about 4 hours of sleep. But that's okay. Honestly, I would rather have that wake up from a nap feeling and actually wake up Then have 7 hours of sleep, but wake up super groggy. Waking up super groggy for someone like me, who is actually only just recently discovered this. Forgive me for oversharing if I am, but whatever. I think people should be more open about their mental health, blah, blah, blah. And it's not even that big of a deal, to be honest. Well, it is. Took me a long time to, come to terms with it. But I have ADHD, and as a result, that means we don't produce dopamine in the same ways. So apparently, when most people wake up, they experience a large hit of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which basically kicks the body into gear and says, I gotta get up. Now I realize, even as I'm saying this, actually, that there's kind of a thing where I can do where I feel like if I focus really hard and I say, I have to wake up, I have to wake up, I have to wake up, the night before, I kind of get that kick. But normally I don't get that kick. So that's the difference between a morning person and a night person, I think. Or a morning person and not being a morning person. But all that stuff aside, spawning down in the bottom left, it is TaeJa. Up 1-0 with the Blue Flame Hellion timing off the SE2 Terran. And his opponent spawning up at the top left, it is Team Liquid's Cure picking SC2 Terran. Loser picks the race that they can pick or that they can force their opponent to play. Ultimately, it's the same thing, but there is a difference. You might feel, I feel really comfortable with this race versus I think my opponent is really uncomfortable with the other race. Now, in this case, I think as both of them are predominantly SC2 players, we're going to see more of this, kicking their opponent to the Brood War in many cases. We do see TaeJa, by the way. He is going to open up with a CC first. That has become the bread and butter of this Brood War style. Okay, we are going to see what I was expecting to see before, game one, which is that 3-rack setup before getting the gas. Very interesting that Cure tried to mix things up. Now, on a map like Vermeer, where there's a much more defensible natural, I would say, like a high ground tank here, is basically going to make... I mean, it's kind of the same on Maganatha. I think Cure was just postured too far forward. But at the same time, like, delaying your tanks is still going to expose you to a Blue Flame Hellion type of play. It is still going to be that quick academy, as you can see. I'm curious as to how the timings compare. This is a really nice little wall, by the way, out of TaeJa. This is something we haven't seen yet against the Reaper play. You might have noticed, by the way, that it does show 2 of the 3 possible spawns on a 4-player map here on these 4-player maps. And I think that's a great little addition. A lot of people complain about 4-player maps as a general rule. Good morning, Fiancé Fest. Cute. We are going to see that bunker coming up. Cure not going to get the Reaper picked off here. But TaeJa is moving out quite far. He's kind of bullying this Reaper as far as he can. I don't think he'll go all the way across the map, but he's kind of making it look like he will. Like he just wants to kind of secure this high ground and establish a little bit of map presence. He does, of course, secure this bunker. I mean, he secured the bunker when he got to here. This was kind of just flexing past a certain point, and I'm here for it, a little bit. And it does actually cause a bunker to get thrown down by Cure. I wonder if this was always the plan or if this was in response to, hey, I actually don't really know what you're doing. It is going to be Hellions. Of course, Hellions can sort of deal with this bio play, even off just one factory. Oh, there's the comsat coming in. Yeah, the weird thing is that in the previous game, Cure did scout this. Cure did scout his opponent's main and knew that there was 3 Hellions being produced at a time, knew that there was Blue Flame most likely on the way. We are going to be seeing, by the way, Stim completing, and TaeJa will go for this classic bio move out. And Cure's got to be careful. Oh, this looks a little scary. Oh my god, he's moving out. I think there's enough DPS to maybe burn down the bunker. He does have this Reaper out front that's going to give him time to pull the boys. Now, if these get into the main base, this could be very, very scary. Scan comes in. Oh, we are going to see the rush on the bunker. TaeJa going to get it very low, but the repair will be good. SCVs will get targeted down, though, and just getting this alone, he's going to get the bunker anyways. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Kier's in so much trouble. Siege tank pops out. He is... Oh, nice pullback there on that Marine from TaeJa. This is so many SCVs going down on the other side of the map. We're going to have to see incredible damage, but the Marines are in position for TaeJa. A quick stim and SCV pull would deal with this very quickly, but he's not actually seeing this. Kier's going to run right by into the natural. This will give him a bit of a free hand, and he is going to find some SCVs, but will it be anywhere near enough? The answer seems to be absolutely not. Oh, wow. This is such a roaring start for TaeJa. He's up 14 workers now. Yes, mules are a thing. But we got to remember there is a 5.5% benefit in terms of just SCV mining for the Brood War side. So it's 46 SCVs times 5.5, however you want to do the math, or whatever the mining is. Basically 2 bases of mining times 5.5. And that more than makes up for the difference in this timing. TaeJa is in such a good position in this series already. Kier may very well find himself down 2-0. We do have a drop coming to the main base. Ooh, siege mode completes. Now there's only 3 racks. Oh, missile turret is almost perfectly timed, but just about 2 seconds off. However, that siege tank at home will be able to deal with this. Oh, here's got to be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh, 12 HP. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh my goodness. That was as close as it gets. He does have interference matrix, but not a lot to cover these tanks. These Marines could potentially rush this. We're going to find one tank very quickly. Nice little skirmish from TaeJa there. Sure. Ooh, here comes the comsat. We are seeing another tank getting sniped, but a triple kill on the medics right there. Oh, that was a desperately needed tank shot for Kier. Is it going to be enough to keep him safe? I'm not so sure. Is this lockdown? Wait, what is this? Lockdown. He's getting lockdown for the ghosts. Yo, TaeJa. He's making ghosts. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Important to note, of course, +1 weapons has been created for TaeJa. Once again, there is that interference matrix, which will give the Ravens opportunities to go after his opponent. But the speed of this stim for the Brood War side gives it so much power. Damn. Here is staying in this game. TVT, just like in SC2 versus SC2 and Brood War versus Brood War. If you can get tanks up, a good number of tanks, it can be very difficult to secure a victory. Very difficult to end a game. And to be honest, I haven't seen enough TVT. I mean, this is already out the window because we got ghosts. And we're getting a radiate. Oh. Vessels, science vessels, ghosts, bio. Oh, this is cool. I feel like we've pretty much so far mostly been seeing the double factory play. But we see a much heavier commitment to barracks out of TaeJa. I do love the tanks on this this little step. This is the step of war, by the way. This is it right here. Or these are the steps of war. 1, 2 steps. Yep, that counts. Actually, each individual thing is a step. I'm sure you can't tell that I have ADHD. More medics being added in right here. He is a little light on the medic count. 1-1 will complete for Pure. Man, these ghosts are scary. Defense Matrix could also be a powerful play. I wonder if it would give you enough. Well, I mean, ghosts can only lock down one target at a time, really. It's the fact that he has so many ghosts already. Oh, bio. I was going to say, I think you got to be very careful. Look at that. He locks down the medevacs. Oh, wow, that's strong. Oh, that is so strong. TaeJa is winning this game in a very cool way. Obviously, he's gotten himself a huge lead off the early game. Oh, big stim coming in here. Is this going to be the fight? Lockdown comes in, secures 3 of the 4 tanks. There's 1 in the back behind this. 4th tank at the front gets locked down. The 5th tank of Cure is not close enough. Oh, that's a nice defense matrix. Lockdowns are going to be able to get a full set of kills on these tanks. And I think that we are about to see a 2-0 lead for TaeJa here. He wins the tank duel on the right side, almost as an afterthought. Looks like the Ghost did get taken down, but that they more than did their job. Cure taps out, and TaeJa takes game number 2. Yeah, TaeJa is playing this mod extremely well. Oh, man, that is freaking cool. Wow. I'm kind of glad I didn't see TaeJa until the playoffs, because it makes the reveal of his skill so much punchier against a player who, at this point, I consider to be the best TVT player in SC2. I actually do think he's surpassed Maru. And I think that was kind of evidenced at Esports World Cup. I think Maru still has that magic in him, but I think in a standard game, I think I prefer Cure by a pretty drastic amount at this point. And granted, yes, there's a lot more of a knowledge check here. I'm so impressed that TaeJa has been able to put someone like Cure on that. Damn, this is dope. SC1 Ghost better than SC2 Ghost. In this mod, I mean, in TVT for sure. In TVT for sure. To be fair, we haven't seen... This is the first time I'm seeing them. So, the players probably haven't seen them that much either. Like, this might be the first time Cure's actually seen that in this particular circumstance. Certainly at this level. Unless TaeJa was practicing with him, but I doubt that he would. I feel like he would have kept that a secret. Either way, spawning down in the bottom right, up 2-0 with now triple match point. It is the summer of TaeJa. Labor Day's this weekend. It's not over yet. It's still summertime. Spawning up at the top left, it is Team Liquid's Cure, and he is going for broke. And you know what? We've seen a lot of CC first. Not going to see it this game. How do you deal with a Proxy 2-Rax, though? Proxy 2-Rax Reaper. Or possibly, highly unlikely, but possibly Proxy 2-Rax Marauder. Now, looking at the build order, it's 14-14 out of Cure, 14 double 14 barracks. So I don't think we're going to see Marauders. I do think it's going to be Reapers. I think that's actually does exploit a bit of a weakness for Brood War Terran. Relatively short map on Pylon. TaeJa is going to SCV Scout. It is an incredibly fast factory out of TaeJa, and once again, it is not a CC first. A CC first, and he's auto dead. Like, no doubt about it. It is just an auto loss. Now, I'm betting... Well, could you do it on Vermeer? Even against the CC first? I mean, you could do it. I'm just... Would it be that auto win? TaeJa is going to set up a bunker on the high ground. He needs that. Reaper will get spotted. Good job from TaeJa. He... Oh. Doesn't lose the SCV, but one Marine does take a hit. However, that bunker is going to complete. Bonus +1 to range inside. Look at that. Look at that useful tooltip. What a great tooltip. Oh, there's the snipe on that one SCV. Oh, grenades actually knocked the Marines closer to Cure. Oh, there's a Vulture out. TaeJa's up 4 workers. He does have the defenses, I think, to start up a command center when he can afford it. I'm curious. Oh, no, the Vulture. Ah, that's an expensive loss. Good job from Kier to kind of double back. It baited TaeJa into thinking that the Reapers were going to go all the way into the main base, and that made him send the Vulture through. That actually does kind of expose the main a little bit. Oh, great grenade there. That's going to kill another Vulture. Oh, wow. Wow. TaeJa looks so safe, but now he might actually just be in a huge amount of trouble. All the Marines go down. There's still a lot of HP, or well, not a lot of HP, a lot of Reapers alive, and they will regenerate over time. Oh, those two in the back that were low on HP start to regen. Fast repair coming through. There is a Wraith that does get out. That's kind of reverse of the dropship in terms of tech. You don't need the tech lab / the control tower. Not as many SCVs going down as could have. That is, of course, due to their massive beefiness. 6 SCVs go down as the dust settles. It's a 2-worker lead now for Kier. He's got a Cyclone on the way. It's going to be necessary, a necessity to deal with these Wraiths. Now, you do need the control tower. Oh, TaeJa's got to put these SCVs back to work. Very important. The control tower for the cloak. Magfield's going to get produced here. This Wraith will be able to gun down at least a couple SCVs. Oh, with a Vulture, he kills them very quickly. I would say you don't go back to working until that Cyclone's out. Wraith. Oh, that Wraith is going to go down. Does get one more SCV, which is nice. Vulture's actually in. I didn't realize this wasn't a tight wall. TaeJa does, though. He gets another SCV behind it. Now, the command center of TaeJa feels very late. Losing that one Vulture was actually pretty painful, I feel. It is going to be Siege mode and Cloak for the Wraiths coming in behind us. Kier has been playing a lot of Magfield just in the actual game itself. Like in StarCraft 2. He's been playing a lot of TVT, Magfield Accelerator Cyclone. Kier will be able to find a couple of Marines if he does commit to this fight. And he will get them. These Wraiths don't have Cloak yet. Scouting barracks was killed off. This is so Brood War. This is so Brood War, the scouting barracks. This is beautiful. With it, oh, he actually hides the tank. Yo! Oh man, TaeJa. TaeJa, how I've missed thee. God, it does not get more barracks than that. Hiding your stuff under tank. By the way, Kier, down 2-0 in a series. Balls of Steel drops the 3rd command center on location before he had even landed his natural expansion. Raven. Oh, will it get sniped here? Oh, no! He keeps it alive! The auto turret adds the DPS. The Cyclone with the Magfield getting massive work done there. Oh, wow. That was so expensive for TaeJa. So bloody expensive. 600 resources down the drain to force a Raven to repair and pull out an auto turret. Now, to be fair, I had no idea myself how that was going to go. Oh, wow. With the triple lock-on, he's going to kill this bit. Oh, okay. Guy's out of range. Oh, my God. That was like 2 lock-on ticks away from being a kill. See Shank sneaking up. The Cyclones are gone. They're backed away for now. Ooh, the Wraiths, do they cloak? They do just barely. Oh, Raven, though, shows up. That is going to be at least one more dead Wraith. Can he get another? No. 24 HP. Oh, Cyclone puts itself at the 3rd base. There is more and more Raven production. It's actually just Cyclone Raven right now. Wow. Kier is starting to pull nicely ahead in this game number 3. It's nice to see him not go, not go down without a fight. Double negative there. 4 Wraiths have died. Kier playing very comfortably, very methodically. Obviously, that 2-Rax Reaper got him a nice little bit of damage. TaeJa kind of flubbed the defense a little bit after losing his first unit. Wraiths have a very important job, though, which is to protect the tanks. If 2 Ravens run in, or in this case, 3, basically, if 4 interference matrices go off on these tanks, I think the game ends. There is... Okay, now with a 6th and 7th tank, with 6 tanks, with only 2 of them active, I think you're in a lot of trouble. With 3 active still, I think it should be okay. I don't think he can be moving out with these Wraiths. I think that this is so dangerous. Now, in this case, with the number of tanks that he's got, he might still just be fine. But it feels very risky to leave the tanks as exposed as he is. Oh, interception attempt, but there is an SCV on the watchtower, which is quite nice there. A couple of Wraiths going to try and sneak their way out, but Cure sees it. The depots he's put everywhere have been so good. Wraiths. They are awaiting lunch orders. Oh, and lunch is on the menu. It's 2 Wraiths. A la carte. Damn, nice picks. Big pickoffs. Oh, there are some interference matrices coming on. This is why he needed the Ravens or the Wraiths at home. 4 tanks are going to fall so quickly. He might be able to just kill this command center. It's going to die so fast if they get the mass lock on. Oh, the repair is not enough. Pure strikes back in a big way. Can TaeJa even play this game out at this point? I know the supplies are a little bit deceiving because Brood War tanks are very supply efficient. But with how long Pure has been mining off his 3rd base, I don't know, man. We are going to see Vulture Speed and Spider-Mine upgrade being researched here. Cyclones will come back home, and they will be able to lock onto and kill these Vultures. As you can see, just 3 ticks to kill a Vulture. Once they got their mag field, 4 without it. Off 80 HP. Scan comes in, sees, okay, am I in an unplayable position? Do you already have a 4th? Scan comes in, does not spot the starport transition from Cure. Really curious what this is for. Is he going mass Raven? He has been producing Ravens just about non-stop. He's up to 7 with an 8th on the way. God, the mass depot everywhere is super cool. Because it does feel like the Brood War player cannot move out for a very long time in a real way. So it's Vultures running by, it's Wraiths flying by, but no big siege tank move out. Spider-Mine's getting lane on the left side. The Vultures will get in here. Oh, engineering pay just now starts up. Nice little move right here, getting next to the tank. 4 SCVs, not enough to move the needle. Not yet. Wraith's gonna move forward. They're gonna try and maybe snipe a Raven, but no, that was folly. Scan coming in. Pure off of a just relatively small tank count at first, really locking down this position on the right side. Man, TaeJa. Oh, he is going to try and move forward here. He does get the faster siege, but the Raven interference matrices from Cure are going to reign supreme. TaeJa's mech army disappears in a cloud of smoke and debris. The caster man quietly congratulating himself on a nice little description. And then not so quietly. Siege tank sieging up on the 3rd base location, going to force the lift. It's that or just lose it. Here, I was going to... Wait a minute. Brood War tanks outrange SE2 tanks? Am I crazy? We're going to see the gas at the 3rd base being killed off here, even as TaeJa resecures this base, so a nice little move from Cure. He is maintaining so much control in this game. The Ravens also provide a very significant benefit of having that mobile detection to make the Spider Mines way less dangerous in this matchup. Spider Mines are very hit or miss And when they hit hard. But when they miss, they feel pretty impotent. Ooh, Cyclone's getting behind the mineral line on this fourth base from TaeJa. Going to be able to find at least a couple of picks. Getting a couple SCVs. Knocking out the gases here. And Cure is moving to the right side. He's going to once again find a bunch of exposed tanks. 3 of them going to go down. 2 more actually rallying in here. Will siege them up, but TaeJa knows that the writing is on the wall. And he will tap out. 13.5 range. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. That is good to know. Okay, we got to run a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes of ads. All right. How much supply more? They're 2 supply less. Or sorry, not 2 supply less. They are 2 supply. So SC2 tanks are 3 supply and 0.5 range shorter. No, siege tanks and SC2 are 3 supply. I was like, they're not 4 supply. For a second, you almost, I like had like a little like, oh, not no. Oh, they're wonder if restoration would have been clutch in that situation. Yes. It would have been super clutch, but obviously he didn't have it. Yes, SE1 tanks have worse DPS. Specifically unsieged, I think it's much worse. All right, this happened earlier. Cure went down 2-0 versus Han Mono and clawed his way back. Can he do it again? Versus this man spawning down on the bottom right. It is TaeJa. In the red. And spawning up the top middle. It is Cure. For Team Liquid in the blue. Being forced back onto the Brood War side. Already an incredibly fun series. Super, super fun series. Cure is going to open up with the Barracks first. And TaeJa with the SC2 Terran is going to go. Wait. Oh, no, this is double gas. This is double gas. God, I'm still not used to the visual on the production tab. I was like, oh my God, is he building a second depot? What is he doing? No, it's me that was wrong. But yeah, command center first. This is what being up 2-1 in a series allows you to do. Now, I did see, I believe it was Top, did a proxy 3 racks Marine SCV pull versus ByuN. And against command center first, there's just nothing you can do. And that was with the Brood War. The Brood War pieces. Like, even with outstanding micro, the 60 HP of the SCVs, and the fact that you've gone command center first, so you have almost no units, it's pretty insurmountable. Now, of course, this command center first is going to give a very nice boost to TaeJa. especially once those 2 orbital commands finish up and he can start pumping mules. Will be a very quick reactor. Now, this is going to be a little bit weird to see for TaeJa here. Does he... Oh, does he get far enough? This should be far enough in to see no command center. This little pixel right here. It's just far enough, though, that I would be second-guessing myself and say, wait a minute. But at the same time, seeing 3 Marines right there is kind of a weird setup. Cure is going for a 1 base all-in here. I believe, I didn't see exactly what happened, but there was definitely something Hanmano did. Maybe it was actually SC2 where he proxied everything. The SC2 side. I think that was game 4. But Cure doesn't even know... Okay, now he knows where his opponent is.
Under attack.
Siege mode is done. Wraith's gonna act like Vikings. TaeJa's in some trouble here. In this game number 4. Cure, the fact that he's comfortable to go for this... The Brood War tanks do shoot very slowly. The fact that he's comfortable to do this with his tournament life on the line is pretty dope. Siege tank going to siege up very far forward. TaeJa thinking, wait, can I punish this? The answer, unfortunately, was no. There is auto repair as a feature for the Brood War setup. Wraith going to provide vision on the SCVs behind this to allow for target fire. Oh. Boom! Triple kill. Nope, double kill. Double kill. Ooh, siege tank of TaeJa sieging up in the background. This looks pretty rough right here. Well, oh, 1 for 1. What just killed the Wraith? Oh, the bunker did. The bunker of TaeJa. Talk about the summer of TaeJa. It's the bunker of TaeJa. It is a double starport response from TaeJa. Killing that 1 Wraith was huge, actually, with the bunker, because now the Vikings are going to be starting to pump out 2 at a time, and Cure's going to be forced to retreat at least a little bit. He's building a control tower behind this. Not a CC, just now starts it up. TaeJa's so far ahead economically. If he defends this, which it's looking very likely that he will. I love that he built the triple bunker. Finally, one of these bunkers going to go down, but there's so much time that TaeJa is buying for himself with these additional bunkers behind this. Cure really cannot... He can't wait. Because once the Viking count becomes too high, then a Liberator will come out, and then this push is over. But the tanks do kill that second bunker quite quickly. Without the repair, the 2 tanks really ripping through it. Cure's got to balance on a bit of a knife's edge here with how long can I stay. Viking count now up to 4. Wraiths do have Cloak coming in very soon, but it's not done yet. And a little supply block at a brutal moment. There's no get out of jail free card here. Oh, and this command center's getting a little low. This is also something that's important where the Vikings protecting the CC and allowing it to safely lift make a pretty big deal. They are a pretty big deal, I should say. First Liberator is in production. TaeJa feeling comfortable to go for that. Cure's got to back away. He has to. It is only a matter of time before he will get encroached upon in a way that is a big problem for him. Oh, siege tank of TaeJa will sneak forward. Oh, did he get one of the Wraiths? Yes, he did. And the Cloak was forced out. TaeJa will be able to kill one of these tanks quite, well, maybe not the quickest. Let's lose him a fair number of Marines. Cure really needs to back away. Really needs to back away. But the scary thing is, if you do, then your opponent can maybe just march right across the map. It's double port Wraith behind this. Meanwhile, on the other side, Liberators are going to get dove, but the scans are good. I think TaeJa's doing it here. Oh, he does barely win the tank battle, but Cure is going to lose this tank to the Liberator. Scan came in, the 3rd one. And that will be the final Wraith going down for now. A Raven added on by TaeJa. But there's 2 Wraiths and a Marine. That Raven is going to provide the detection. I think this game's over. I think... How many tanks do we have? If TaeJa can't secure a tank position. Oh, but at the same time, the Liberators are actually a huge problem. We're seeing a 3rd and 4th starport added on. Just the fact that he can lock down a mineral line is so big. Oh, and he's camping the production as well. The Wraith didn't even get a chance to cloak, and it wouldn't have mattered because there's a Raven there. Okay, this one Liberator. Well, I forgot about Marines, of course. Even just a couple Marines can actually find an exposed spot. This is weird because the Wraiths, they still can't actually jump the Vikings. We're going to see Marine or SCVs coming out. I think the play right there was maybe to go for a snipe on the Raven. But there's still scans available. TaeJa is doing a great job of saving them. It's not going to be GG. Not yet. But it is a bad situation for Cure. And the fact that the additional starports were scouted is a big deal. 4th one was canceled. Did TaeJa realize that?
Add-on complete.
Yes, he did. He saw that the 4th one is gone. It is going to be Magfield Accelerator from TaeJa. Here, oh, he's a little bit supply blocked here in the chaos. Not that bad. He's got 3 depots on production. Okay, what is the best way to close this game out right now as TaeJa? He doesn't have Interference Matrix. He's getting Cloaked Banshees. Oh, that is an intriguing idea. It's going to be an air war. Siege tanks of Cure will siege up, but TaeJa going to jump on top of them. He's going to get both, and that will open the door to controlling the 3rd base and shutting it down. Cure is in so much trouble. I have no idea what he can do to stop this push. Absolutely none. He's outnumbered in the air. His cloaking field is denied. Magfield Accelerator Cyclones are going to help out on the ground. And Banshees are a problem for the tanks to deal with. We are going to see the SVs pulled from Cure. Will this be enough? The answer should be no, but I'm welcome to be wrong. The Wraith's actually doing very well. And the Vikings, a lot of them were not shooting there. Hang on. Nope, he's lost 15 SCVs. And the Vikings are still alive for TaeJa. Wraith's doing pretty well here in this fight, but not going to be enough. There's no hang on after all. GG gets called. TaeJa gets it done. And he will move on to the round of 4. Holy guacamole. Damn. Hey, welcome. I was a fat kid. Hey, thank you, City, for the 6-month resub. 24 months total at tier 1. Thank you. This TaeJa guy pretty good at this mod? Yeah, no kidding. Tanks do not come with siege mode. He had already researched it. He had done a 1 base 1-1-1. And it did not work. Kudos to Cure. Down 2-1 in the series, going for a build like that, but it did not work. God, they took a game off Shin that one time. Let's go. You will always have that. TaeJa is back. He is back for this mod, Addyvan. Okay, we are going to run another couple minutes of ads. 2.5 minutes, I think. SC EVO ZVZ. Nice. All right, we'll do 1.5. We'll do 1.5. Is Protoss overpowered in this game mode, though, too? I don't think so, actually. I don't think it's... Actually, I don't know. Classic is supposedly the best player in this mod. At this mod, I should say. But it's definitely not as defined, at the very least, as it currently is in SC2 right now. It's been a pain point, but we are definitely aware of the SC2 Balance Council's decisions. Oh, baby. Oh, I love that Hyper one. I love that. That's a little bit of spice. We all need a little bit of spice in the morning, you know? Helps wake us up. Helps clear those sinuses out. Threepoint. I think a lot of people would not have expected to see him in the round of 8 like this. But he's been very good. His series versus Gumiho, very impressive. Now, it's a little tough for Gumiho. He went 5-5 versus Threepoint, but suffered the tragic GSL rematch. Now, it wasn't a set of all best of 5s, which actually makes it even more brutal because Gumiho was actually up 2-1. I do like the best of 5, though, in the decider match. I think that's awesome. Honestly, I think they've done a really good job, the SC EVO team, in just continuously tweaking and improving. I remember seeing things at the very beginning where it was bad. It was bad. The Reaver was basically unchanged, and it was busted. There's no other way to put it. It was turbo busted. But we don't see that anymore. We see a much reduced power Raven, much more interesting and fair Raven. And with that in mind, let's get into game number 1 of this second series of the playoffs. Round of 8, spawning up at the top, middle, it is Rogue. Rogue 1. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right, it is Threepoint for Team Hyper 1. For some reason with LG Twins or LGT Wins. I'm assuming that's LG Twins, but what? I'm confused as to what the Hanmano, does he have a name change? Can we get a cheeky name change? LG Twins is a baseball team? Oh, that's cool. Wait, is that Guangzhou? No, that wouldn't be. What does the LG stand for? Obviously, as a reference to the Minnesota Twins, I would assume in the KBL, Korean Baseball League. I had no idea how big Korea baseball was in South Korea, with young women of all things. From like what is it, like ages 25 to 34? That's like 35% of their market share or something crazy like that. Oh, it's literally LG, the tech company. Okay, well, duh, that makes sense. Yep. If they sponsored, yeah, SC2, of course. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that. Where teams, which is funny because obviously esports, but I'm not used to that with teams in, you know, like professional sports. But just because in the West it's done a certain way and I'm used to it a certain way doesn't mean that that's the predominant way. And to be fair, there's like PSG. No, PSG is Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, if anything, that's a sports team naming an esports team. Either way, fast third hatch in the wall, out of Threepoint, and it is going to be a very fast +1 melee out of Rogue. This is an NA build. God, this is such an NA build. I do this shenanigan, or I used to do this shenanigan BS on the ladder all the time, but you do get checked if your opponent makes a mid-20 drone 3-hatch Ling Bane push. You're gonna have a bad time. Can you even? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. The HP on the hatchery gains high enough that you don't just instantly have to cancel. But if he's not building, like the Lings are late, he might actually have to cancel this. The Queen is taking her sweet time. You don't want to interrupt the DPS too much, but you do want to adjust the positioning here. Overlord has actually distracted the Queen quite a bit. This will survive. Okay. It only got down to about 70 HP. It's going to be a very quick Spire. Wow, that is a fast Spire. Wow, that is a really fast Spire. It is going to be a sunk at home. Ling Bane. So, okay, what you do with this is you continuously mine gas. You start up the +1 melee. And then by the time you've mined your second 100 gas, +1 or speed is going to start up, and they are going to time out at the same time. You continue to mine gas, and the Baneling Nest spawns up basically at the same time as well. If there were Lings here, and he morphed the Banes, they would basically finish at the same time as Ling speed +1 melee and the Bane morph. Now, we are going to see an attempt to hold with Sunks, but I don't think he can. The Mutas should be able to get out. The question is, can he stop the flood of units coming through? It is going to be a Hydralisk Den behind this. I think he's thinking Lurker switch, but he needs to not die right now, and that seems pretty tough. Sunk at the front will complete. Oh, Banelings. Oh my god, wait, they get one-shotted? Oh wow, this wall is so sick. This wall is so nice behind this. The Lings are doing, well, they're eventually going to tear this down, but the Mutas will pop out. Wait, he built Scourge?
Game paused.
Oh, that's a time to pause. What, did he not mean to build Scourge here? I think that might be what he's saying. Because I would not have meant to build Scourge there. Scourge was a hotkey issue. Okay, that is... Oh, that's awkward. Because that's 1.5 less mutas in terms of gas, which at this point would be 2 less mutas. Banelings are gone. The Lings have +1 melee, but oh man, the fact that he built so many Scourge is actually a really, really big deal. Stacking up the drones here in the main base is going to be a good stopgap. Drones and mutas together will actually clean this up. No Ling speed. Hatcher's going to try and be rebuilt. The Sunk that was still alive at the front will get taken down. The mutas, man, they do so much. The Brood War mutas. They are so, so strong. A lot more drones falling in the main base. Nice mineral stacking here out of Threepoint. Oh, please don't forget about these. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Rogue with the sneaky Bane morph. The sneaky, sneaky Bane morph. Oh. +1 melee won't make a difference here, but 3 Banes, of course, is going to be enough to one-shot drones. Well, 2 Banes is going to be enough to one-shot drones. Oh, man. The hotkey issue is so unfortunate. Here comes the Banes. Oh, the Bane Pain Train! Choo-choo! Oh, he goes after the larva. I didn't want the 7th drone. Will break through at the front. +1 melee is going to be very, very helpful here. Mutas do get dragged back home. At least a couple of drones that were low on HP will get sniped. Actually gets 10 drones total. And now Rogue in a very comfortable position economically. But can he deal with it? Man, look at that income. Oh, can he deal with the mutas is the big question. He's got spores, a lot of them. But he needs a lot of them. 2 more spores being produced. Lurkers are morphing in, though, for Threepoint. Oh, they will not get out in time to save this hatchery. Nice cancel, though, at the front. 6 more. Wait. Oh, my God. 6 more drones went down. He got 2 more Lings in. What the hell? Wow. Threepoint is taking so much damage. If he uses the Scourge to kill Overlords, he'll be supply block, though. Oh, true. Wow. Now, there is one opportunity, one shot. Seize everything you ever wanted. Win the game with Lurkers. Will you capture it? Or will the game end unceremoniously? Like those Scourge did, flying into the Overlord. Lurkers, they blow up right in the natural. Oh, Spore Crawler will get a kill. Queens as well, actually. The Lurkers are the big problem here, but the mutas are still a nuisance as well. Spores being repositioned here. They will provide detection. Roaches try and split, just 2 of them. Even getting a single Lurker is going to be good. Lings of Rogue will be somewhat helpful. They're not enough to win the fight against the Lings of Threepoint. Lurkers do move back. Oh, there's no detection here. Oh, we can't see them. Rosewarn did go down, by the way. No, this is still going to be enough, I think, to hold this. Yeah, Rose got this game. The Spore Crawler reposition was a nice little move. And with just one lurker left over, Threepoint will not be able to get the job done. Of that, I am certain at this point. Nice wraparound with the Lings. GG will get called. The LG Twins. Strike out. There we go. We did a baseball. We did a baseball. Good job. Strikeout in game number 1, and Rogue closes the door on the comeback. That was a little bit subtler. A little bit. Taking no eco damage from this is insane. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Rogue's so good. The Bane run-bys. Multiple Bane run-bys. His army is pretty crazy. Yeah. I do really wonder what would have happened if instead of 5 mutas and like, what? Was it just 2 sets of Scourge? It doesn't show on the... I think it was just 2 sets of Scourge, but it might have been more. Somehow Brood War Zerg looks busted to me even when they lose. I kind of agree. Brood War Zerg feels... It feels like what I want SC2 Zerg to feel like. Not necessarily in terms of how strong it is, but it feels like the units have punch. Like they have impact. It feels terrifying, exactly. Like you're like, damn, this is a unit where if a single Mutalisk showed up to Earth, it would destroy a city. You know? Like, or if a single Scourge, like it would like take down like what's the Triskelion from Avengers. It would like fly into the helicarrier and knock it out of the sky. 9 mutas destroy, 2-on-1 drop straight up. Yeah. They're so maneuverable. And after like using SC2 mutas with their short range and their like, they feel very difficult to utilize and very fragile, despite having insane regeneration out of combat. Well, even in combat, just insane regeneration. SC2 mutas feel lackluster and difficult to extract good value out of, whereas Brood War mutas, they feel like ass kickers. You know, they feel like Brood War mutas feel like the guy that shows up to the party and everyone cheers. Yeah, the Brood War muta's here. Let's go. The guy that shows up to work and you're like, oh, damn, now that, like, yeah, my day just got better. He's the boss that comes around and he's like, you know what? You've been working hard. Take the rest of the week off. Paid vacation on me. Just a cool guy, you know? Yeah, is the only difference that it's 4 range versus 3? Because it feels like so much more than that. It feels like so much more than that. SC2 Riders wreck the shit out of me enough. I mean, we all have skill issues. Me too. Me too. 10 damage instead of 9. Half damage fraction on bounces instead of 1/3. Okay. So it's a lot of things. That is a lot of damage. Best analogy ever. Thank you. But also just like 4 range means, for example, against Thors, they're way better because now you can magic box and way more of the mutas are shooting. Against, yeah, drops, they're shooting from farther away. You can dive a bit more. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Yeah, it takes way less shots to kill a Marine, even with combat shields. And by way less shots, what I mean is that if you get 4 or 5 or 6 mutas attacking, they actually all, like, attack, and they all do damage from further away. Hey, thank you, Egan Donter, for the 31 biddies. Beep boop. Beep boop. All right, here we go. Vermeer. Game number 2 after a very exciting game number 1, I gotta say. Spawning up at the top left, it is Rogue. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right, picking Brood War Zerg again. It is Threepoint for the LG Twins. And making his first appearance out of the bullpen, it's a gangly teenager. I actually don't know how old Threepoint is, and he could be very muscular. He might be on his way to beat me up right now. I just thought that was funny. Did a comedy. I apologize. It won't happen again. We are going to be seeing, as you can see, Rogue looking up in the top right, because it could be cross position or top right, cross position or horizontal. Let's say it is I believe this was a 14 pool out of the young Zerg. I still don't actually know that he's young. Is he young? Out of yeah, this guy. I've got myself stuck on this now. He's 25. Okay, so he's young to me. He's young to me. We're going to see a Sunk Rush. Oh, the goal here is for sure to kill this hatch first. This is super cool. Oh, this is super, super cool. He is still pumping lings. Obviously, you cannot reposition this. Surely he just puts them on the low ground. No way you're going high ground with this. That would be insane, right? The cool thing about this is this will generate the creep. Oh. He's pulling 2 additional drones with this. Sunks do get blocked. Oh, another one gets blocked. Nice little middle walk here from Rogue. Morph, the first morph takes a while. The second one takes a little bit longer, well, a little while, but not a crazy amount of time. 4 crawlers only take 7 seconds after this is done, but this is looking very, very good for Rogue so far. He got a good wraparound on the first initial lings, and I think this push is over. I think this game is over, to be honest. Hang on. Kill the Sunk. Kill the Sunk. Kill the Sunk. Kill the Sunk. Okay. Oh, that queen. Oh, she gets saved at 5 HP. For just a second, that Sunken colony surviving with 7 HP was looking like Rogue was kind of about to forget that static defense in your natural is not good for your unit's health. And to be fair, it was very bad for this queen's health in particular. But, yeah, she'll get over it. It'll take a while. Time heals all wounds if you're Zerg. He's continuing to pump lings. He's just massing lings behind this. What else can you do? Or, hang on, Rogue. Rogue is walling behind this, but, this is a lot of lings. Oh, Rogue did not realize. Sunks being built at the front. Yeah, you do not want to put them right at the wall because that will block your DPS trying to kill the Evos. I like the wall from Rogue. This one queen surviving behind this actually being a big bother. Spinecrawler is going to be produced. The queens are getting kills. I don't even... does the Sunk outrange the Spine? Spine is repositioning. Surely this Sunk right here cannot shoot this Spine, right? Oh, Queen setting up from the high ground. That's cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, the damage. The damage. Wait, he cheat. Okay, I think he was... surely he was dead, right? He obviously knows this game better than I do. Yeah, he was not winning this game. He was not winning this game. Because these can't reposition. And the Spines can. Yeah, okay. The game was over. The game was over. I was just I really wanted to see what the Sunks could do. But, oh. Imagine repositioning Sunks. You could leapfrog creep. You could. That would be quite funny. All right, we're going to run 1 minute ads real quick. Great defense from Rogue there. Is that creep not the same as SE2 creep? It is. It is the same as SE2 creep, but if you could reposition, the way that it's spread is different. So it's creep tumors in SC2, as we all know, and they generate a new one as it completes. But in Brood War, it is creep colonies, and those cannot reposition. Those cannot build more of themselves. You need to build another one at the edge of creep. And to be honest, there's not much point because you don't get any benefit from the creep the way you do in SC2. Obviously, you can build buildings on it, which is a benefit, I guess. Like, well, not I guess. You need it. It's a necessity. But it doesn't provide a speed boost. It doesn't provide, invisible vision. Yeah. And each sunken creep colony costs money. All right, we got to get into the game because we got something spicy coming. Spawning up at the top left. It is Rogue for Team Falcons with a 13-12. I knew it was going to be cheesy. I knew it was going to be messy between these two, and I am here for it. Spawning down on the bottom right for Hyper One. It is Threepoint. This has been such a spicy series so fast. We might see the end of it already, though. A 13-12. Will this be Ling Bane is the big question. Will this be a Speedling expand, or will this be just a Ling Bane all-in straight up? Take one drone off gas, make the Baneling nest at 50. And just pump, 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 pump. Oh, he opens Queen first. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going hardcore. He's not even going to get Ling speed, is he? Wait, no, he is. Okay. Then what? Oh. Okay, so this is quite weird. This is a very different build order than how you normally do this. Normally, you pump the Lings first, and then you build the Queen. This is going to be a sneaky play. Oh, this is super cool. So he's going to sneak like 10 Lings out to the side. Oh, wow. I have not seen this before in SC2 that I can remember. Not for a very long time, at the very least. This is a super different way of going about this. It's going to be a lot of hatches coming through. Threepoint is building 8 Lings. What has he seen? He's seen a late Overlord, and that's it. But this could legitimately be defensive. Now, you can't do a proxy hatch sunk rush, I don't think. If I'm Rogue, I'm a little bit confused as to why there's so many Lings here, but it could just be a safety precaution. Ling speed will not complete just yet. Rogue, this looks like it's going to be defense from Threepoint. Yeah, why did he build these sunks so early is my... Well, when did he build them? Either way, they're up in time. Sunk in the main mineral line. This looks very good for Threepoint. Very good for Threepoint. I like the Brood War, Threepoint is a Brood War picker. Mad respect. Oh, mad respect on that one. Yeah, Threepoint is totally fine at this point. He's going to have 3 hatches of production. I wonder if we'll see him build cancel. Yeah, I like that. Oh, he morphs another sunk. He does not need this. And in fact, he probably shouldn't be going for this 3rd sunk. It's actually... Well, okay, if this one doesn't cover the whole wall, then he kind of needs it. Yeah, because you do need something at home. The Ling counterattack from Threepoint. Obviously, he's droning behind this, and he's got an incredible amount of defense. But any damage he can get with this is going to be very powerful. Oh, if he gets that second queen, that would be really nice. But nice positioning from Rogue. Yeah, Rogue will easily save that queen. Speedlings, of course, getting back in at good time. Drones at the natural would be easily saved there. He did get one drone, one queen, handful of lings. Yeah, these actually get value. It's actually a positive trade, as you can see. 350 minerals killed versus 300. And, of course, those lings were defensive. Now is Threepoint. Yeah, you should be going straight up to mutas, I think. But with that in mind, do you try and pull a fast one and go straight up into lurkers instead? I would say no. I think that'd be dumb. But that is what makes it smart sometimes. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but if your opponent, if this looks super obviously like mutas, they may blindly respond to it as mutas. Now, in this case, that's obviously not going to happen because there are two overlords that see literally everything. Literally everything. We do see the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle of the SC2 Evolution Chamber. Even though it's Brood War, they do have the SC2. I like this. I think this is a good idea. Because the visual clarity of seeing something like this, I think this is valuable. I think this was a great choice by the devs. I know it sounds like I'm blazing the devs, but that's because I am. Because I like when game developers work on the game I like. Blizzard. Sorry, I blacked out. What did I say? It is going to be +1 melee lings into Spire. We've got double Evo coming in from Rogue. Is he going to go massling himself? If he does, he's going to have a tough time handling the +1 melee lings for a while. Obviously, Banelings are an option, but at the very least, this is going to be a cancel on this. Rogue starts up his own +1 melee. The other thing is the mutas are going to actually be really good against the Zerglings, especially with that additional 1 range that they've got and the extra damage that they've got as well. Actually, I guess it's the fall-off damage from the glaive bounce that really will make the mutas much more effective against the lings. Yeah, because you do 10 damage, then 5 damage. The Carapace will help against that if he gets that Carapace, but he hasn't yet. This looks incredibly good right now for Threepoint. Incredibly good. And I like the way he's going about this as well. I really like the +1 melee lings. Brood War Zerglings, once again, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Hyper 1. They are slightly stronger, no? Slightly stronger in a straight-up fight than SC2 Zerglings. Oh, wait, no, he never made a Baneling Nest. Oh, my God. I'm so dumb. He never made a Baneling Nest. I was thinking it was 13-12 Ling Bane. It was not. It was just a 13-12 Speedling. Yep. So, yes, the DPS is quite a bit higher. And with the +1 melee right here, these Lings will dominate the fight. Spore Crawler in some trouble. Threepoint might just end the game with this attack. There's no Spore Crawler to protect the Lings or Queens. And there it is. Rogue's just going to tap out. Threepoint got himself a fantastic start off the D-point. D-point defense. And puts one on the board. No 3-0s today. Not yet. I like it. I like my coffee like I like my best of 5s. You can figure it out. And if you do, please let me know what you figured out. I will use that shamelessly. Filled to the brim. There. This is why he's the YouTube GOAT. Mr. Takua. Bitter? No. That's... That's me after ladder. All right, quick minute and a half of ads. I should call him. Oh my God. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Wawa-wee-wa. Has Threepoint been around a while? He has been around in SC2 for a little bit of time, a decent bit of time. God, I really, really like the Brood War versus SC2. It is super fun. Super, super fun. Hey, welcome, Old Man Toast. Steadfast, the Evercasting. It's a me. He is the Prince SC EVO Amateurs. I like that. I think that's a pretty good descriptor. All right, it's going to be Pylon, and it is Rogue now picking the Brood War Zerg. So it would seem that... Look at that. Leenock joins the party. Is that the real Leenock? The Leenoctopus? Okay, this has got to feel really good for the devs. You've got TaeJa coming back. You've got Leenock joining the lobby. You've got the STC covering stuff. You got Top playing again. That has got to feel very gratifying. To have all of these Brood War legends. SC2 legends. I mean, if you're an SC2 legend, you're probably very good at Brood War too. Have everybody doing this. All right, here we go. Game number 4. Spawning up in the top left. He says, you know what? Screw you. We're done this. 12 pool. Lays it on the table. It is Rogue for Team Falcons. I hope he's still on Falcons. I hope Falcons sticks it out. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom right. It is Threepoint. In the blue. Oh, wait, what? So, Rogue just canceled his pool and went hatch first. Threepoint went gas pool. Okay. There's obviously something going on here that is too big-brained for me. Never seen that before. Never seen that before. It is going to be a 6-ling play out of 3 points. Baneling Nest on the other side of the map. I will say, this is a big natural expansion. I don't know that this is a tight wall right here. I'm not 100% on that. This might just be the deception of until the hatchery is finished, it doesn't look as full as it is. Ling counterattack coming in from Rogue, just going to push his opponent back, but it will be a Ling Bane all-in out of 3-point. And there's going to need to be a wall to defend this for Rogu. Grogu. Reminding of 2-op gas. Yep, that is correct. Okay, Rogue does check this, and he sees, yep, this wall is good. This larva is a little bit defunct here. We do see a sunk being built here. Evo chamber in the wall. Rogue really crossing his T's, dotting his I's. Oh my God, the Banes, they get blown up so fast. You will see a breach in the wall, but can he actually get through? I don't think so. Oh, that wall is brilliant. Very nice job from Rogue. That was clutch. Clutch. Now, we might need to see drones pulled to deal with these Bane morphs. Drones are actually being sent back to the natural. Oh, if he can get the cancel on this, that would be huge. And he will get both Banelings denied. The wall is holding. Rogue. Rogue looks very good right here. I think he can drone. I think he can drone kind of comfortably with this full wall. He's building lots of sunks. Now, it's very unfortunate for him. I was just going to say that these drones right here are not valuable. They don't have any value. Especially now that he's fully re-completed the wall. He definitely wants to cancel this Evo, but he's not going to. Can you... Yeah, that's just trapped. That's just stuck. Maybe he built this on purpose to be able to wall on the outside, or possibly to be able to build a hatch outside the wall. Look at these lanes, by the way. Good job from Threepoint, keeping them alive. It takes a lot of attention, even against your opponent's slow lanes, to keep these alive indefinitely, especially since you do have to inject back at home. Inject and macro back at home. This has been enough to even things out economically. But the tech advantage, I mean, this Spire is more than halfway done at this point, and that's a big problem for the young baseballer turned SC2 enthusiast turned Brood War versus SC2 enthusiast. What's next for Threepoint? Who can say? The sky's the limit. Maybe he decides to conquer the world of competitive hot dog eating. Who am I to judge? I'm but a humble caster. Damn, good job keeping these alive. Mutas are going to start to produce. Finally, one lane gets picked off. And the Sunk unceremoniously murders the other one. Okay, he has killed his own Evo chamber wall to let these units out. And +1 melee, it's not done for a decent amount of time. The slow lings, I think even though the lings are technically slightly better for Rogue, the concave formation, yeah, leads to a pretty one-sided fight there. I kind of wish I'd seen the number of lings going into this. I can infer it, though. So 5 more were killed there. There are 10. Okay, so he had a 5-ling advantage going into that fight. So that's another reason why he won that so hard. Hydralisk Den starting up for Rogue and also for Threepoint, actually. Yeah, dealing with these mutas is going to be a bit of a nightmare. Oh, man, that splash damage. Good God. The splash, it kills so much. The mutas do so much work. The bounce damage is immense. This looks so good for Rogue right now. Oh, I love the lings on hold position in the wall. Does Threepoint have any overlords on the map? No. Fortunate. Well, yes, but mostly no. Which is actually a good thing for him. The +1 melee lings have really not gotten any value because the third base of Rogue has been heavily delayed. Heavily delayed. There is that lurker aspect research coming through. Going to be a lurker ling counterattack with no speed. Lurker ling muta. Lurker muta ling. What do you need to defend this as SE2 Zerg? I feel like you need your own lurkers. Even without range. Yeah, at least there's something. I mean, you obviously can't get Vipers. You obviously can't get the, you know, range upgrade, anything like that. There's no Banelings done yet. They start up now. One lurker will get taken out. The second lurker taken out very quickly as well. The Hydra's with a pretty good concave, but now 2 more lurkers show up. It's 4 lurkers on top of this army. The Muta's also being a little bit of a problem. The Banelings actually really disrupting the unit movement. And I think this is potentially just going to be game over here. Oh, these Hydras get absolutely melted. Finally, though, a couple lurkers do fall. There's just so many lurkers behind it. 5 lurkers still here, and they burrow up quite quick. Spore Crawler going to get taken out in 3 volleys That means no detection at the moment. Overseers, though, are here. One lurker does get taken out as it tries to burrow. Second one, though. Nope, not going to go down. GG. Rogue takes down 3-point. It's so crazy for SC2 standards how fast you just get a trillion lurkers out. You can get the lurkers out almost as fast in SC2. Like you can not as fast, but it's more so that they're battle ready lurkers. Like you get the lurker aspect and they're ready to fight. In SC2, they don't feel ready to fight at all. The burrow time is too long. The burrow time is too long. The range is a little bit too short. And the counters feel very potent. Which is good, because if you could rush lurkers every game in SC2, it would probably be pretty suffocating. New patch, tourney. This is, Brood War versus SC2. Brood War versus SC2. Now, I'm debating I could cover Maestros of the Game after this. That is in 2 hours and 20 minutes. I kind of thought this was going to take a lot longer. The Brood War lurker stats are much, much weaker, though. No, you can select as many units as you want, Sisyphus. Sisyphos. If you were capped on that, I don't think the game would be super playable. I think it'd be pretty rough. All right, it's going to be ByuN versus Creator, our first and only non-mirror of the day. Mana is going to cannon rush every game versus Classic, so it won't take long. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's figured something out with cannons. The shield batteries do not require... Wait, actually, do they require a Cybercore now? They didn't before. They didn't before. Yeah. Brood War pylons have so much HP. Also an excellent point. Also an excellent point. And I do believe that has persisted. Great job from Rogue in that series. I mean, he's a player that is not afraid to cheese, so cheesing him is not super easy. By the time you get upgrades to all-size carriers, at this point, usually it's Tempests, but carriers will also do the job if you're relying strictly. Yeah, 300 shields, 300 health. Quick minute and a half of ads on Twitch. I learned about this tourney and looked for it this morning because of Mana's YouTube videos, which are usually cannons. Really? Mana's YouTube videos pointed you here? That's kind of dope. I would recommend, if you're looking for SC2 tournaments, just Team Liquid. Team Liquid and or Liquipedia. Actually, Liquipedia has done a really great job of... Oh, they're not doing it right now, unfortunately. Meh. But for the most part, actually, maybe not even for the most part, sometimes they are, oh. Sometimes they are... Oh, man, I actually just zoned out completely. Move mod, surprise amount more pros. Yeah, especially with it being a $6,000 tournament. And, like, it's so fresh. It's so fresh. It's so new. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Found a bit of a rabbit hole over here, but I don't want to get sucked in. Shouldn't get sucked in. Trending tab on the Wikipedia. Yes. Oh, ByuN, for some reason, purple. We gotta ask him to... Actually, I wouldn't mind purple versus yellow. That'd be kind of dope. All right, here we go. Spawning up in the top left, it is ByuN with the Brood War pieces for the Shopify Rebellion. And his opponent spawning up at the top right, it is Creator in the red. SC2 Protoss. Can we confirm real quick who picked what? Literally haven't seen you in months. You look good. Have you been working out? I have been eating much healthier. Much healthier, much more mindful of diet. It is a Nexus first versus a CC first, by the way, here on Vermeer. And this is relatively close spawns, actually. Especially with Creator's natural kind of being towards ByuN a little bit. Stop with Uma Musume? No. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We are not into horse girls. Soulless beasts. It is going to be the three racks follow-up. ByuN, of course, a Master of Bio in SC2, and a Master of Bio with the Brood War setup as well. And I'm really curious how a Nexus first handles the 3 racks Bio push. I mean, if with a shield battery, you should be fine. I'm pretty sure. Okay, second gate should make sure of it. Hey, welcome, Kuri Masago. Been a while. Good to see you here. Oh, he's going to open up with a Zealot. Ah. Did he scout? Not yet, but we'll get there eventually. ByuN has long been considered the best Terran in SE EVO. Ooh. Been getting into stoicism, really about being mindful. That's funny. I've never equated the two things, being stoic and being mindful. I think being mindful is fantastic. Just thinking about what you do and why you do it. It's hard to do on a daily basis. Very difficult to do. But extremely valuable just as a human. No shield battery started up here. Creator saw a bunker in production and should be able to tell that this is command center first. Doesn't know necessarily that it is a 3-Rax. And he actually pulled back with the SCV rather quickly. Or sorry, with the probe. No shield battery still gives me some worries. Hallucinated Scout will come in. And Stim was not made an uber priority. So maybe that's why Creator is saying, you know what, I feel like I can get away with this. And to be fair, until Stim is done, these bio units are not the scariest thing in the world. There we go. A shield battery will start up now. Creator, though, I mean, it's unlikely you're going to be able to actually kill one of these Marines unless ByuN kind of lets you. At least with just one Stalker. With two, the DPS is a lot higher. Creator, by the way, does have a third Nexus. If ByuN goes for that, there shouldn't be any way that this gets held. That should just be a denial. Yeah, I think ByuN is really happy about this mod because it lets him play 3-Rax again. And in SC2 versus Protoss, it's not really viable. Stim, oh man, these Stalkers moved out very far to try and protect this. Shield battery not going to keep these alive. Force field will get baited out. Even lose a single Marine. One. He lost one Marine. These Stalkers cannot defend this. They absolutely cannot defend this. Without Blink, he is putting himself in danger, and he will lose maybe all of these Stalkers. No, the shield battery is going to be enough to heal this up. Hang on, hang on. Okay. Great unit control from Creator, apparently. Wow. Wow. I underestimated the shield batteries. Sheesh. Clearly, I overestimated the bio, but the trap in the bushes. Very nice little play. Blink. Gonna try and save this Stalker. It's running. It's running. Leg it, and he's out. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I overestimated the bio. Damn. Great job from Creator. That was a really nice defense. ByuN, he got stalled out super hard there. He got stalled out super hard by Creator. Creator did a really good job of buying himself time there. And I was not expecting that to go the way that it did. Oh, Blink forward in on top of the Brood War Siege Tank. The mischance. Oh, he got owned by the mischance. Oh, he got owned so hard. He got owned so hard by the mischance. Oh, get skill checked. Get RNG checked. Roll these dice, roll these nuts, he says. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh, no, we're doing this on purpose. We're hard transitioning into mech. Do we need to show that, though? Maybe we can keep that a little secret. Oh, man, that is so rough for Creator. I looked at this, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice pick on the siege tank. I thought for sure that was going to go down. But I forgot, as I think Creator did as well, that there is a high ground mischance. And that came into play in a big way right there. Warp Prism gets taken down. Nice job. Very wild, by the way, that ByuN did go into +1 weapons on his infantry and then lifted all 3 barracks. Kind of wild there. Really great set of trades for ByuN in the last minute and a half. We do have 1-1 starting up for Creator. Oh, man, that is so rough for Creator. I actually feel so bad for him. I made a joke, obviously, but, like, that feels so brutal. And I completely forgot about this. I completely forgot that there's the high ground mischance. And like, especially because the first shot, it looked like all 4 Stalkers hit. Like, it looked, at the very least, 3 of the 4. And then the next one, it feels like all of them might have missed, or maybe all but one. Damn. Creator does have a really nice time. Like, look at this. Look at this fancy timing. Fancy pants timing right here. 1-1 and Colossus completing at the same time. But Colossus versus Brood War Mech. Not going to be the best here. Going to be good against the Spider Mines and Vultures. Going to be great against the remaining Bio. Vultures, speaking of which, do have that speed, and that Spider-Mine upgrade just came online. Oh. Pylon in the middle of the map. SC EVO. It's in the game. EVO. Ooh, these Spider-Mines. These Spider-Mines could be trouble. Is there detection? Doesn't really look like it. Oh, wow, he blinked forward. That is a bold move here. Creator, oh. He will lose one Stalker, but kills, what, like 3 Vultures there? That's not the worst thing in the world. Do we have Goliaths at all on the way? Or Karen boosters? Aaron. Oh, man. Brood War Mech is so cool. Zealot in the natural. It only got 3 SCVs. That's a 1-1 Zealot that just got kind of owned by SCVs. Oh. Missile turret going to put in a lot of damage on this Prism. Oh, second missile turret. He just avoids it. This is a strong-looking Warp-In. Siege Tank's not going to deal with these Zealots super well, and the Vulture count is relatively low. SCV is starting to fall. We did see a little check on the frontline army. Oh, he gets that one Siege Tank. Nice job from Creator. 9 SCVs, 2 tanks. Interesting. Creator actually cancels that Warp-In. I guess he's thinking that the Vultures were on top of it. And they kind of were. +1 armor on the way here for ByuN, but Creator has almost done the 2-2. Creator is such a he's such a good like positional type player. Scan comes in, finds the Observer. 2-2 nearly done. Oh, he does get the kill just before the scan expires. The Bio eventually was able to show up. The tanks forcing the army of Creator back. Creator gonna maybe look for the fight with 2-2. Spider Mines. Who set up on the top side? Oh, the Spider Mines burrow. Oh, one of them gets a big shot on a Zealot. Immortal. Oh, tanking 2 of those Spider Mines to the face. Not exactly what you want here. Creator setting up in a concave. Little counterattack of Zealots. A couple Stalkers for that matter as well. Where is the Warp Prism? Oh, that's where... Okay, he warped in off this. Gonna kind of try and pressure ByuN to hit a little faster. ByuN's got an incredibly strong siege position, though. Oh, stimming the Bio back home. Does he feel like he can't deal with this without the Bio? That might leave the main army a little bit too exposed. Siege tanks, though. Oh, this is a brutally strong position right here on these tanks. SCV's getting absolutely slaughtered wholesale, but they will pull away from the third base. Colossus trying to clear up some of these Spider Mines, it looks like. ByuN, even though the supplies heavily favor Creator, this army is so well entrenched. It does feel scary for Creator right here. One Disruptor did pop out. A second one trying to complete. Will not get out. Oh, this Disruptor. Okay, finds a shot on 2 of the tanks. Not going to be able to kill it. Oh. Oh, please not my encoder crashing. Please, 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 please. Who is this? Is it me? Okay. Well. Okay, Creator says yes, Enki says yes, ByuN says no. We're gonna close some stuff on our laptop. Ooh. And hope that protects us. Every time you say, oh, can't help but think of Gangnam Style. Nice. Yeah, a little bit of lag at the end. That's so weird that ByuN didn't get it. Creator got it, Enki got it, I got it. ByuN didn't get it. Super weird. Welcome, Mithrandir, on YouTube. It wasn't you? That's good. That's good. I still want to limit the chance of any problems coming up. ByuN watched his mech army get crushed in smooth 120 FPS. God truly hates Brood War Terran. Oh, perhaps. Perhaps. Creator did get a nice concave, got himself a huge army supply advantage, and eventually was able to just collapse on the mech army and take it out. Creator did such a good job of buying time there. Such an impressive job. All right, here we go. Crossing our fingers. Spawning down on the bottom right, it is Creator. In the blue. And his opponent spawning up the top left, it is the Shopify Rebellion's ByuN. In the red. Yeah, no, Creator did an amazing job right there. Oh. Is this me? Someone is lagging hardcore. My FPS is not dipping. Ping is spiking a little bit, but I don't know. It's not spiking like a crazy amount. This is kind of normal for Singapore server. Singapore just kind of sucks in terms of server quality. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, Psychode. Probably right. I appreciate the sanity check. It is going to be a 1-Rax expand before adding the first and second gases. ByuN did pick Brood War Terran here. So he wants the Brood War Terran. Maybe not feeling confident against Brood War Protoss. Storm is still extremely strong for Brood War Protoss. It is Zealot first, by the way, which I think against this particular build should... it's hard to say. I mean, I think it's going to be a little uncomfortable for ByuN, but having 3 Marines out will be quite handy. Zealot kind of wandering back into fire a little bit here. Obviously, the Stalker is going to be quite quick across the map. It will be double factory behind this. Bunker. Not going to be done quite yet, but I don't... Well, ByuN can save this Marine if he micros it back, but it will actually get sniped. And this is the value of the Zealot. Oh my god, if he gets denial on the bunker... no, it's going to start... It's going to finish up anyway. Still. Zealot for an SCV and a Marine. Forces out an early bunker. Pretty good. I would say that was worth it for Creator. Not necessarily massively advantageous by any means, but worth it. Now, the wall, of course, is going to be very good against this quick Speed Vulture play. Speed Vulture Spider Mine. Without it, you're going to have an incredibly difficult time. Now, the Quick Academy for fast scans. That... I'm curious about that. Is he worried about a Stargate play or something? I don't even... Because I... Like, it's way too fast for DTs. Okay, he just wants to find out what's going on. It's literally just to scout. Okay. Sure, yeah. I guess he wanted to decide what his opponent... Okay, yeah, because he throws down the 2 factories after scouting this. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Is he going to do a 2-base mech push? 3 more factories is a lot. Just a hard commit?
SCV good to go, sir.
Maybe. There is that Spider Mine upgrade done. Gonna see a dive in on top of these stalkers. Oh, he wants to get the kills here. But good micro from Creator, avoids the surround. I think he kept all his stalkers alive. Yeah, kills 3 vultures. Now, how does this work exactly with Blink? Can you bait out the spider mines? Oh, the hallucinations? Oh, they do. Yo, that's sick. Oh, that's super valuable. There's an observer out anyway, so he's going to be able to clean this up. It's looking quite good for Creator to start things off. It will be tanks. Yeah, this is... Okay, this is going to be a massive all-in. I wonder if ByuN has realized that there's a timing where if your opponent tries to go Colossus like they did in the previous game, like a fast tank vulture push off 2 bases can really get cooking. Kind of feels like that's what ByuN is thinking. Because once again, he picked Brood War Terran. Only on 3 gases, by the way, with only 2 tanks being pumped out at a time. Not a crazy gas expenditure. Not what we traditionally think of when it comes to mech. Usually, minerals is always the bottlenecking resource. But if that were the case here, well, you'd be adding that 4th gas. Oh, Blink forward, gonna find 1 tank, gets another. Spider Mines not able to protect these units. He's trying to body block the stalkers. There's a lot of vultures here. Without the ability to actually get the Spider Mines on top of this, Raiders just gonna be able to kite back. He has already cut the one of the legs off of this push, I would say. Sniping 3 of the siege tanks. 10 vultures going down as well. It's expensive, don't get me wrong, but Raiders on 3 bases. He's on an amazing economy, and his opponent, the greatest strength of this is if he can get a siege position. Really nice job so far from Creator here. 3rd CC going to start up on location, but... Oh, scan comes in. Will not be able to kill his observer. Creator just turns it around. Still, it does cause the observer to back away. ByuN setting a little ambush of 3 tanks on the right side. Now, I will say Comsat scans are numerous. Ooh, not quite able to get that 1 tank, and he will lose... Oh, man, vultures really don't do a lot of damage to stalkers. Nor should they, to be clear. But I kind of thought that at least 1 stalker would die there. Tanks are moving forward here. We do have the SCVs here for repair, so that 1 tank that didn't get sniped earlier is getting in position. We do have the Spider Mines burrowing up. Going to make it very difficult to get on top of this army. There's a lot of Spider Mines trying to burrow. Probes are going to move away from this base. Siege tanks, they will kill this Nexus. Ooh, nice little set of force fields on some of the vultures. Chargelot's going to try and clean them up, but there's still vultures behind this. This Nexus is forfeit. He's given it up. ByuN unsieging a bunch of his tanks for some reason. That actually leaves him a little bit exposed right here. Was he trying to draw Creator into the fight? Now the tanks siege up. Is this too little too late, though? No, I think this was a bait. I think this was a bait, and yeah, Creator's gonna tap out. Okay. ByuN. All right. Would he have won the game anyways? Potentially. Would he have had to fight it out for a little bit longer? Probably a fair bit longer, to be honest. But instead, it is his opponent kind of getting drawn into the fight. Creator says, this is my only opportunity. You've given me a chance to potentially save this third base. I have to take it, even if it's a super low percentage play. And ByuN just closes the game out right then, right there. Vultures are Spider-Mine's delivery guys. It's true. It is very true. Thank you very much for all the follows, by the way. People watching the SC EVO mod for the first time. If you're on YouTube, welcome as well. Would appreciate a subscribe very much. And if you're able to like the video as well, that would be very helpful for me. Very, very helpful for me. Once again, this is the SC EVO League, StarCraft Evolution League Season 2 Championship, a $6,000 tournament. There is a match-areno if you are so inclined that you want to support the tournament. Increase the prize pool for the players. Is right here. You can contribute. Big shout out to Hyper1 and the very hard-working team behind the StarCraft Evolution League mod. Super cool. And I like it a lot. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Are we going to have the first series we've had? Oh, wow. We might have the first series we've had where the races stay the same. Creator has picked SC2 Protoss. ByuN preferring the Brood War Terran. Creator preferring the SC2 Protoss. And as we get into Holy World, ByuN built a 12 supply depot. And he is sending out early SCVs. This is a Proximity Riraxicus. And you're going to notice it's a 4-player map, but ByuN knows that his opponent could be in one of two places. Who does proxy a little bit closer. Creator, there is a chance that he scouts first, cross map first. Oh! That was Creator's chances of winning this game. Absolutely plummeting down to earth as he has gone Nexus first. Oh boy, that's yeah, I don't think that's good for Creator, guys. That is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Very nice for ByuN. Second pylon does get put in the main, which is actually very big. It means that there's the smallest of chances that Creator has a chance. But as you can see here, a very unique feature of Holy World is that the main base is low ground relative to your own natural. So ByuN, by occupying his opponent's natural, has the high ground. Like he's Obi-Wan versus Anakin right here. God, I love Star Trek. That is a funny joke. Remember those jokes? We are going to see a Zealot getting chronoed out. Another Gateway and a Cyber trying to be produced. Probes pulling into this. Bunker will complete. All 3 Marines get in, and GG will get called. Creator. Not much choice at that point. You're, yeah. You're getting overrun. Watch too much Artosis stream. The SC1's, do SC1 SCVs have more homework? I mean, they do more work. Hey, welcome 007 Doke. It's already the 3rd series of the day. That's the other thing that's kind of cool about this mod, is that as stuff is getting figured out, there's still more opportunity to just lose. super early. Like, you can just die to builds a lot more easily. And players are taking more risks, which I love. I love to see. Yeah, me too, Heroku. Me too. Who's punching the desk right now? He might be. He might be. But yes, SCVs do have more HP. Bum, 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 bum. One of these days, we need a deep dive into the creator's desk. Damn. All right, will we get our first Game 5 of the day? Or will it be 3-1, 3-1, 3-1? Let's see. Spawning down in the bottom right, it is Creator. Creator in the red. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom left, it is the Shopify Rebellion's ByuN in the blue. Once again with a Brood War Terran. Creator picking the SC2 Protoss. He's feeling confident. He's sticking to his guns. I really wasn't expecting this. Now, if Creator wins this one, will ByuN pick SC2 Terran? I think it will depend a lot on the map. He might be wanting to draw Creator into a bit of a how to say this, an SC2 mindset. It is going to be gas racks gas, by the way. Very quick. 2 gases here, and it's another Nexus first out of Creator. No, it's not. It's a Gate Nexus. What am I saying? That's not actually a Nexus first. It's a Nexus before Core. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, you didn't just do this, Creator. No, you didn't just do this. Creator, no! No! Creator, why? Oh. You were so close. Oh, man. And it's a 2 factory opener as well. Okay, well, the Stargate can be very good against this. Creator just had a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Glory to the daylight.
Okay, he started siege mode for a moment. That would have been weird. With him building an early vulture, that is. Marines. Oh. Oh, does he get the kill? No. Now, what else can it be? You're not going to go 1 base bio, most likely. I mean, the barracks is spotted anyways at this point, I'm pretty sure. It's for sure spotted now, but he will lose that adept. It is going to be an Oracle, which is going to be very good, especially with energy recharge, at killing vultures. Very good. Creator also setting up a nice little wall at the natural. Actually, this should, with the adept positioned as it is, that should block vultures, I think. Creator is certainly hoping it will. Speed, ion thrusters, and spider mine upgrade. Coming in. Oh, look at this. Huh. The probe that got away will not get away this time. Oh my god, no, don't pull the adepts out of position. Don't do it. Oracle on the other side of the map, there's no defense for it. Like, literally none. And it is max charged energy. Oh, Creator could have won this game instantly with a proper wall there. Now spider mines are going to be a bit of a problem, but there's another Oracle at home. I think Creator still just wins this game. SCVs. Oh yeah, they're being sent way in the middle of nowhere, which is the right call. If ByuN gets enough damage, he can still have a terrible position and probably be dead. But actually, yeah, he's on 0 SC or 0 minerals right now. The only way Creator actually loses this game is if the Stalker baits a Spider Mine into his own probes. A little like that. A little like that. Uh-oh. Probes? Probes? There is a Void Ray out in the middle of the main base. God, this Oracle's been online forever. ByuN refunding his command center. Saying, I'd like to speak to your manager, please. Nah, they wouldn't say please. Ah, that's what the Karen boosters do. Creator will ultimately clean this up. Oracle on the other side of the map has to content itself with just a measly 16 SCV kills and a full 2 minutes of lost mining time. While the worker counts look similar, I mean, this game should just be over. And we should go to a game number 5 here. We're going to see the Goliaths fighting back against that first Oracle. Nice job. He pulls back, starts going after the SCVs. 2 more Goliaths do pop out. But ByuN knows he can't do anything at this point. GG will get called. Good job from Creator. Fast best of 5, it seems. Pretty fast. Pretty darn fast. Yeah, these, that's what I'm saying. These SE EVO mod games, they can be quick. They can be very quick, very exciting. Now ByuN goes SE2. That would be the pimp play. All right, we're going to run a quick minute and a half of ads once again. We'll get into game numero 5. Forces Creator to show his SC1. Where can one play the mod? Arcade? Yes, actually. You like the volatility? Me too. Me too. Liking the new haircut? Thank you. It's a little bit messy this morning, but yeah. I did get a cut recently, and it feels so nice. I get like a really quick, like my hair just grows in really thick really quickly, so it makes it like kind of hard to sleep. Yeah, and it just gets uncomfortable, so it's really nice to have it well contained. Yeah, you got to start a custom game, and you got to search the, I believe it's just the StarCraft Evolution mod. I think. Oh wow, ByuN is playing Brood War for game number 5. He's sticking to his guns. He's picked it again. Spawning up in the top right, sending out an instant probe onto the map. It is Creator. Will not get bamboozled about where his opponent is spawned this game, that's for sure. And spawning up at the top middle of Purity and Industry, it is the Shopify Realms ByuN in the blue. Now, a lot of changes to this map. At first, I was like, I can't believe you guys put this in the ladder. Or not in the ladder, in the competitive map pool. This is insane. But move the rocks. The rocks. This is now not the most ridiculously imbalanced tank spot in StarCraft 2. Added a path here with destructible rocks, making this a slightly more accessible, flankable, potentially, area, but still a strong tank position here. Overall, just improved things significantly as far as I'm concerned. Creator, yeah, taking a page out of Hero's book. Sending out his probe instantly to A, be a massive nuisance, and B, to make sure my opponent's not doing anything super, super weird. Now, I feel like more so from Creator, this was let me scout you and make sure you're playing in a way that is not insane. I.e., you're not proxying 3 barracks here. But also, gets to be a little bit of a nuisance. But when Hero does it, it feels like Hero is nuisance first, scouting second. When Creator does it, I think I feel this is just vibes. Could be wrong. I feel like it's scouting first, a nuisance second. But that could just be me being like, nope, like ascribing a certain trait that I already know about Hero and know about Creator. Now, it is going to be 2 racks into the Academy. I wonder if this was ByuN's game plan always, or if he kind of adjusts based on when the probe left. Because this is the kind of thing that could catch Creator a little bit off guard if he didn't build a shield battery, but do exactly that. And these shield batteries, as we saw in game 1 of this series, they're very good against the early bio pushes. Very, very good. Now, the good thing about this from ByuN is that he's going to have a quicker stim than normal with the slightly faster Academy. And that, of course, shifts up the timing, shifts the timings around. I will say ByuN dawdled a little bit in this game number 1 of this series. I think he could have probably gotten the 3rd Nexus, or at the very least, it would have been a lot closer than it was if he'd focused on it more. But Creator did a great job of running him around with the Stalkers. Creator will, of course, go straight into Blink. I don't think there's a world where charge first would be a great move against the speed at which you get Zealots and the relative ease with which you get Medics. It's just close to. Yeah, this is also quite a short rush distance. Tank leapfrog over here. Tanks go here. Tanks go here. Tanks go here. There was also rocks here, I believe, on the old version of the map. It is going to be a fast 3rd Nexus out of Creator. It is also important to note that this Nexus position is quite a bit further away than the natural. You're kind of having to, like, poke around, poke-a-roo, polka dot shorts. Here comes this first bio push. A little bit of an ambush set up in the middle of the map.
SCV good to go, sir.
ByuN doesn't... Oh, he does have comp stats, actually. Ooh. Couple more Stalkers warping in for Creator. He is going to see this army. This looks like a totally fine position for Creator. With the shield battery there, this has no chance of getting what ByuN is looking for. Best case scenario is to trade out okay. We'll be able to find a couple of Stalkers. Force field getting dropped, but these Marines getting very low in HP. The Medics, of course, cannot stim, so they end up lagging behind. ByuN has a choice. Does he try and save one Medic or leave it? He's going to leave it, but now Blink is done. We see Creator blink forward. He should be able to get this Medic. And yeah, might even get... Actually, he might get all the bio. Yeah, he will. Oh, that's such a good pickoff. Such a good cleanup for Creator. And this game 1 and this game 5 are the most effectively I've seen bio handled in this SC2 Protoss versus Brood War Terran since I started casting it, since I started watching it. Now, granted, bio has been nerfed, these bio pushes, but yeah, I was not expecting this. ByuN pushing before his +1 weapons and his infantry range, his marine range. Upgrade completed. And Creator, yeah, now up 15 workers. Way ahead in the resources lost. Has charge on the way, has +1 weapons on the way. Starts up a Robo Bay. All of his gateways being produced as well. Yeah, this is looking fantastic right now for Creator. Sniper and Observer. That's good. For ByuN. Oh, and he will spot these Stalkers. Trying to sneak in behind and get in on the back line. One Medic, though. Sniped down. Nice job from Creator. High-value pickoffs. And it's going to be a recall out just as the bio spots it. Nice job right there from Creator. I don't know if he needed to recall out, per se. But saves everything. And Creator's looking so strong in this game number 5 right here. Ooh, Medic once again looking to be in trouble, but will get saved. This is a really good, great scout from Creator because he sees additional barracks, sees the 2 factories. This is going to be a 2-base all-in out of ByuN. And Creator has identified it. Got Colossus on the way. He's got this Prism that's going to come back in and be very disruptive to ByuN's economy. He's got a huge eco lead right now as well. SCV is going to pull into this to try and deal with the army. Oh, you get a siege tank? No. Oh, it's an SCV pull coming in from ByuN. The Colossus is going to be very handy against this. The force fields as well. Siege tanks not sieging up just yet. Nice force fields holding the bio in place. Multiple siege tanks going to fall very quickly. Immortal getting on top of this. The Charge Loss getting on top of this as well. SCVs melt. The army of ByuN melts shortly thereafter, and Creator will punch his ticket into the round of 4. Oh, damn. He was so on top of that. He was so on top of that. Thank you, Old Man Toast. It's true. I'm complaining about success right there. That was a very, very well played game from Creator. And the Creator believers in the chat getting rewarded. Only 3% of the points betted on Creator there. That was really well done. Very nice. And now it is going to be a PvP. Classic versus Mana. Mana. All SE2 products, there's 1 Brood War. Everyone is both. So the way that it works is that the higher seed going into map 1 gets to pick whether they play SC2 or Brood War. And then their opponent must play the opposite race. So if you pick SC2, you force your opponent to Brood War. If you pick Brood War, you force your opponent to SC2. So you have to be capable of playing both. This is actually the first time, I think, that I've cast a best of 5 where all of the maps were played out and all of them were on the same race setup. So ByuN picked Brood War at every opportunity, and Creator picked SC2 Protoss at every opportunity, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Very rare that we've seen that so far. All right, we're going to run like 2.5 minutes of ads, and then we'll get into Classic versus Mana. I think we're going to have some cannons here. Classic is the, by, I guess you would say, power rankings, the highest rated player in this mod. The strongest player. And by all accounts, the favorite to win. We will see. We will see. Mana is a slippery opponent. And of course, Mana, for anyone who's unfamiliar, is one of the longest playing pro gamers in, I would say just about everything. SC2, he's been around forever. But he also played for quite a while in Brood War and was quite a good Protoss in Brood War. Obviously, a player like Mana who has got such good micro, especially in smaller numbers of units, is going to do very well in a game like Brood War where you can win with less than 10 units on a relatively consistent basis if you can out-micro your opponent. Can't believe TaeJa beat Cure. He looked really good. For me, the highlight one of that one was... What map was that? I want to say it was Vermeer. Yes, Vermeer. TaeJa played Brood War Terran versus Cure's SC2 Terran and hit him with a super cool Super, super cool. Lockdown. Lockdown push against his opponent's tanks. It's definitely worth rewatching that game. Welcome, Amber Drake. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I would definitely recommend taking a look at that game if you are at all intrigued by what this mod has to offer. Can't recall if ByuN also played Brood War before SC2. I would assume so. Mostly because he's from Korea, and it feels like basically everyone has played some. Everyone has played some Brood War in South Korea. But yes, Psycode, absolutely, the matches will be played tomorrow for round of 4 and the finals. Same start time. Also, we still got 4 coupon codes on the Matcherino. We can use those up. We can easily use those up. I think basically every KR SC2 Pro played Brood War. Yeah, even if not necessarily at a top pro level, certainly at a competent level, and probably I would say most of them at a competitive level in one way or another. Like, the mindset it takes to become a pro gamer in SC2 is obviously going to be extremely valuable. And if you don't have that mindset for Brood War, it would be kind of strange to suddenly find it for SC2. Now, there's obviously the possibility that some of the players were just super young. So, you know, they didn't play as much Brood War. But it was such a cultural phenomenon in StarCraft 2. It feels, or sorry, in StarCraft 2. In South Korea, it feels kind of like the equivalent of playing like... It's a good example. I would say like playing like soccer at like lunchtime in most places in North America, or probably Europe more so. Probably Europe. We played it in Canada, but definitely Europe. Yeah. Like just everyone plays, you know? By the way, we do have Classic with first pick on SC2 or Brood War. He picks SC2. He forces Mana into the Brood War. My question is, what do we see from it? It's going to be Purity and Industry wrapping up last series and kicking his final series of the day off. I'm excited. All right. Gotta talk about a few things as we get into this. Spawning up at the top right. No, sorry, the middle right. It is Classic. Is he still a part of Virtus Pro? I hope so. He got second place for them. I hope that they give him at least a bit of time on his contract. I'd be disappointed if they don't, but I understand it's a business. But either way, spawning up at the top middle in the Brood War pieces, it is Mana for Team Liquid. The Liquid captain. Everyone's at least at a decent level. Yeah, you know what? I knew that, actually. I knew for a fact that everyone in Europe was at a decent level. Because I remember going to TSL 9, and we played with a bunch of the pros. Karstam organized a whole thing, and it was super fun. And it was a little bit unfortunate because Rotterdam actually, like, messed up his ankle. But even though I was, like, quite a bit faster than many of the other peeps there, obviously my skill level was not very good. I played a little bit of soccer in, like, you know, maybe when I was like 13, 14, 15 years old. But, like, never played it the way that European. people play it. They play it a lot. By the way, got to talk about what's going on here. Nexus first, into double gate from Mana, and we have ourselves a very quick proxy pylon out of Classic, but this is a... Well, actually, is this a fake? Is this going to be a proxy robo? Oh, I think it will be. I think we're going to be seeing a quick old proxy robo. Could be proxy Stargate. He starts up double adept, so there's a chance. But there it is. Proxy robo. Okay. Okay. Now, Classic has not scouted his opponent, so he doesn't know that it's Nexus first. Oh my god, it's proxy double robo. Okay. If you knew this was coming, would scouts be the answer? Obviously, this is going to be great against goons with the Immortals. Oh, Mana's looking around for this. He doesn't know where it is yet. He is scouting very aggressively. There was a little spot on his opponent's probe, but you don't want to get distracted by that when you're looking for something very important. Kill right there on the probe of Mana. Mana not going to be able to find this proxy. Something, of course, we got to remember as we get into this, as this gets rolling. Instead of the SC2 regeneration that we're used to for shields, the regeneration is persistent for Brood War units. Cancellation on the Shade coming in there is going to be range for the Dragoons. That will slow down the additional gateways of Mana. But it is going to be, of course, very important for dealing with his opponent. Oh, probe on the other side of the map for Mana will get taken down. He's got a pylon on the other side. We need to see more shield batteries. We need to see more gateways, more shield batteries. He stopped building probes, which is good. But Classic is going to have a lot of power with this push. This is funny. This is something Mana actually does in SC2, the proxy double robo. And the beauty of it is you can build a very quick prism with it. But in this case, you're going to be wanting to pump Immortals as they are so good against the Dragoons. Dragoons do outfight Stalkers in a straight-up fight. With Blink, we've seen Mindle VK pull off some cool stuff. Hold that thought. We do see the Immortals coming in here. If he can depower these gateways, that would be amazing, especially if he can depower the Cybercore. But there is a another pylon being leads. And the Brood War pylons, they are super tanky. But that's a nice little kill right there. Wow, he actually killed 3 goons. Oh my god. Oh, gotta be so careful with this prism, though. Zealot being alive to tank is very, very fortunate here. Mana does not have an overwhelming economy. He starts up a Robo Bay. Oh, wow. We're going to see the push at the front right now from Classic. He's got 4 Immortals. They're all here. 2 more in production. There are 2 gates as well, so it's a non-trivial number of gateway units that can warp in, which is going to be important to deal with probe pulls or zealots if they're made. I do like the addition of zealots here. Depowering the shield batteries. I didn't realize. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's going to be a Reaver attempted, but this is a low ground robo. Classic sees it and recognizes what's going on. He can kill that very easily. But, oh, force field on the ramp. Oh, not even necessary. It comes down, but Classic, way too much stuff. And Mana, even with everything getting down the ramp and a probe pull getting down the ramp, I think it would have been way too much to deal with. Either way, Classic, GG gets called. Well done. Now, Mana, does he pick SC2 or does he pick Brood War? I'm thinking you're going to be picking SC2. But we will most definitely see. We knew Mana was going to have his work cut out for him in this series, but Classic very clearly coming ready to play with the builds. Got them builds. Weirdly, scouts can work here. That's what I was thinking, yeah. The American Messi. Who would be the American Messi? Mario? I can only think of Artosis when you put Mario with the question mark. Mario? 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 It's a me, Mario. To be honest, Double Stargate Scout just hard shuts this down. Yeah, if you knew it was coming, I think you would just own it. All right, it is going to be Mana picking SC2 Protoss. Spawning up at the top right, it is Classic in Brood War pieces. And his opponent looking to strike back for Team Liquid. It's Mana in the blue. Now, we have something a little bit interesting. Potentially a little bit interesting with the, you know, kind of let me pick C2 races, because it kind of functions a little bit like a tennis match. Now, you don't have to win by 2 points. That's obviously a distinct difference, but you are looking to break your opponent. You're looking to get a break point, which means winning with Brood War. Now, that doesn't mean it's your only option. That doesn't mean... By the way, that looked like Classic got there to block the gas, but apparently he didn't. That doesn't mean that, like, Brood War is underpowered or SC2 Protoss is overpowered or anything like that. It just means that a lot of the players are much more comfortable with SC2. Otherwise, they wouldn't necessarily be picking it. Now, I hope we get to a world, if this mod continues to gain steam, which I think it especially will if things don't change patch-wise for SC2. But even if they do, I think it'll still have a nice niche spot. I think it'll still have a place in my heart for sure. But with all that being said, if we do see this continue to go, I hope we see players picking Brood War or SC2 because they're like, I have a specific build for this map, or I have a strat that I think will work very well with my opponent playing SC2 for a little bit. So I hope we see a little bit more dichotomy in how things are picked. That'll obviously come down to the players. There's only so much that the devs can do about it, but I think we could see that. Did we see? Yeah, we did. We saw a cancel on this. Mana's going to do the exact same thing that Classic just did to him. But it won't be against a Nexus first. It will be against a Double Gate Goon opener. Double Gate Goon range. You wish this had a ladder? Me too. I really wish that it did too. Scout gonna come in from Mana. And he won't see too much. Oh my god, Classic scouted it. Wow. Okay. He goes his own third gateway and robo facility. I think when you see this, I think you could have thrown down Double Star Gate Scout. Is there enough time? Would you cancel Goon range? Oh, he's gonna rush. Oh my god, he's gonna depower this pylon. Where's the probe? It's coming over. I think this is game over, actually. The Goons, they're gonna deny this pylon. This is game over. It's over. He can't win. What can you possibly do here? This is straight up checkmate, I think. Oh, poor Mana. Poor Mana. He is going to go for 2 more robos at home. Adepts will shade forward. They will get a probe kill. Can he get more? He'll get a second. Oh, third one does duck into the gas, and that's enough to keep it alive. I was really not expecting this. And now, even more so, I wish he'd gone Double Stargate Scout. Because at this point, what do you do against that? It is going to be 1 base Reaver out of Classic, and I think that is also an incredibly valid strat Obviously, he already had a game plan. He had already committed to it. And switching gears when you've already gotten so much value, such a disproportionate amount of value, yeah, that's... I don't blame him for not switching it up. For mana, I mean, your opponent can make mistakes. It's a mod that isn't super well figured out yet. Immortals are good. No speed on the shuttle. There we go. There we go. He starts it up now. But it takes over a minute, so... Not going to be done for a little bit. How many Scarabs does he have? Already 4. Oh, there's the mini stun, and that is... not a bad shot. Oh, Force Fields will catch one Dragoon. It doesn't even get killed, though. It manages to just waddle its booty around the Force Field. Imagine that in Brood War. Imagine a Dragoon that was that maneuverable in Brood War. Oh, Shuttle. Actually, maybe going a little bit too far. No, he's fine. He's fine. It's the kill on... how many units? Is that 2 Stalkers? Immortals in the middle of the map will actually find these Dragoons in some hot water. We get the Shuttle. He gets the Prism. Oh, split. Nice. Well, it was a little late against the Scarab, but it does still reduce the damage slightly. Getting the kill on the War Prism there, very important. Because this actually could have got really dicey for mana. That would have... or sorry, for Classic. For Classic. It still might be dicey. The Reaver has to do a surprising amount of work here. But he does have another one at home. And it's fully stocked on Scarabs in a moment. There it is. With a third one about to pop. I think sending this shuttle across the map is maybe a little foolish. Oh, the probes were all clumped there. Classic is really playing with fire with that shuttle, but the longer he stalls out mana, the more time he has to stock up on Scarabs at home and build even potentially a third Reaver. Immortal's going to pre-spread. He's going to go for it. Prism is here. Oh, if he can get those shuttle or Scarabs, wow, he kills both Reavers very, very quickly. But the Prism goes down almost immediately. Pro pull will be good. And even though these Immortals do very well against the Dragoons, it's not enough. It's not enough. When you're this far behind, you need a miracle. And this was not a miracle. This was well-executed attack. Decisive. Strong. But not a miracle. Classic goes up 2-0. There's a new race. In a sense. Oh. Double Immortal looks insanely strong. Yes, against Dragoons, it looks very, very strong. But remember that Immortals are, like, designed to counter Dragoons. And, yeah, they still got kind of owned. Mostly, though, because it was so one-sided before that. If it had been a regular situation, maybe that doesn't happen the way that it did there. Now, is Mana going to go for the exact same thing? He is picking SC2 once again. I mean, Dragoons are a problem. You need a plan to deal with them. Kind of like how in lower level leagues or just playing against Zerg, but particularly as Protoss, the Roach is as a cheap, tanky, relatively strong, but very more so than anything, easily massable unit. As Protoss, you need a way to deal with it. That's sometimes Immortals, sometimes that's Void Rays, sometimes that's Sentries, Shield Batteries. Doesn't matter necessarily what it is exactly. You need a plan, is the main thing. Because someone's going to mass Roach at you, and the someone is every Zerg on the ladder. All right, here we go. Spawning up at the top left. It is Classic. And he sends out a very early probe. And spawning down on the bottom right, it is Team Liquid's Mana in the blue. Now, okay, will be a gateway. Will be a gateway. We're going to see a very quick scout from Classico. Kind of curious what the game plan is, if there is a specific game plan for this. Or if he's just like, yeah, I want to scout. I want to see what you're doing. Oh, once again, just barely not able to get the gas block. Mana was on top of it once more. Hey, welcome at Tank and Smack. Mana gonna sneak a probe to the left side. Gonna be a real fake proxy. We'll see, we'll see. Oh. I do want to cover Maestros of the game later, but that might be a little tough. Might be a little tricky. It's in about an hour from now. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. We will see. Probably not, though, honestly. I want to get the replays at the very least. Okay, wow. 3 games, 3 double robo plays. Specifically 3 proxy double robos. The Broodwar pylon looks so funny. It looks so like this looks like an iceberg. Very cool. Yeah, maybe I'm missing something, but I feel like can Dragoons just deal with this straight up if you open 2 gate with the range? Like, this has to be incredibly strong. Otherwise, we wouldn't have seen it 3 games in a row from the SE2 Protoss. Like, because the scouts will just kill the Prism so fast. That's the main thing. And then with only 2 gates, you don't do super well. Nice body blocking from Mana here. He does shade backwards. No, oh my god, he doesn't have any additional units on the field. Well, this might be a big problem for proxying your 2 robos. Now, the Dragoons are going to be trapped. That is important to note. The Immortal will come in behind them, but this also gives up the jig on what's going on. And losing 3 probes is a lot. Now, losing 2 Dragoons is also a lot. Quite a bit more, in fact, in terms of overall value. But it's not 225 per Dragoon. Why is the money telling... What? Did he kill... What? I'm confused. Okay. Okay. I think that's just a bug with the... The 150 minerals, 50 gas, right? Okay. Oh, sentries getting set up here. We do have a Reaver already done. Oh, jumping on top of the sentry is going to be able to kill both, potentially. Meanwhile, Prism in the main. Immortal will get saved. Oh, he goes for the Prism, and he will get it. That's a dead Immortal. And that is classic. Maybe securing the 3-0. Maybe. There's still a Reaver alive. There is. It's in the Prism, but there's going to be another one in a moment. There are 2 more Immortals here, but yeah, I feel like the 3-gate Reaver deals with this very well. It's a shame we didn't get to see much of what Mana can do in this mod. In these playoffs, we are going to see an attempt to get up the ramp. There is the barrier that helps tank the Scarab shot very effectively, but Now this one Immortal is very low on HP. It's a recall. Very quick recall. He does actually get the Reaver. But it gets a pretty nice shot. However, I don't think Classic needs to... I don't think you should be trading Reavers for probes here. Like, you're ahead in this game. You don't need to be killing eco by sacking your most valuable units, in my opinion. But, I mean, still not terrible for him. It's just... I think there are better moves. It is worth noting, of course, that the observatory is a necessary building for building the observer with the Brood War setup. Oh, Immortals will look for a kill on this one unit, and he does get the kill there. Eats a couple of big shots on these two Immortals, but Mana is finding some good value. Probes will tank quite nicely for those Dragoons. Oh, Reaver's going to drop in. Nice little spread from Mana. Does take a lot of damage on this one Immortal, but there's a shield battery to heal this up. Mana's actually ahead in supply now. Hello? Maybe the Immortals are that cracked? Perhaps? Maybe shuttles are the way, or sorry, scouts are the way? Oh, this is a very good scout on this shuttle. The two Reavers being in this is a big problem, actually, for Classic. Mana's going to get across the map with, like, what, 5 Immortals? 6 Immortals, perhaps? No, 5 Immortals. He's keeping some more at home. Oh, boom. 6 probes go down. The Immortals do not die the Scarabs quickly. He didn't get the upgrade for those Scarab damage either. Or the Scarab damage. I wonder if it doesn't make as big of an impact on the Immortals. I have to assume, though, it's worth it when you're making this many. Yeah, I might have spoken too soon. This series might be far from over. Oh, dive on top of the Reaver. Not get a kill. Meanwhile, the Scarabs get kind of caught there behind a pylon. Gravitic Drive will complete. That is a nice little position for the Reaver here. He's able to get 5 probes quite quickly. Meanwhile, Mana is going to go for the attack up the ramp. Oh, the shield battery is doing so much work. That was a massive Scarab shot. And the force field will come down, but these Immortals have been decimated. They're very low on HP, very low in numbers now. And Mana almost losing the Prism. He cannot lose that. Oh, 7 HP. Oh, we're going to rewatch that fight afterwards, but, I mean, he got 2 Reavers and a Goon and lost everything. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Classic is still putting in work with this shuttle, with this Reaver. Oh, that is a very long-distance Scarab, and it will fizzle. I was going to say, if that thing connects, that would be absolutely busted. Mana, at this point, yeah, there's nothing he can do. Now it is... We're well past the tipping point. Oh, another 2 probes go down. Classic has been doing such a good job with the Reaver drop behind this. Immortals will get hit by another big Scarab volley. Goons get taken. Goons confirm the kills, I should say. Yeah, we're all over the place here. Immortals do come home, and they do find that one Reaver. But, again, Classic is mining off of a full base. And Mana just isn't. There's a weird scenario where if Mana were able to keep his opponent off of a Nexus indefinitely, Classic would actually mine out first. But this is not SC2 economy. Hold that thought. We are going to see... Actually, we're just going to see Classic win the game. Yep, these Dragoons are going to end this. And on the other side of the map, there's enough defenses at home to hold 5 Immortals if you have the high ground. And as we can see, he does have that high ground. GG will get called. Classic takes the 3-0 in commanding fashion. I want to take a look at that fight again. That I kind of missed. Oh, this Scarab. Oh, he actually did dodge the first one. Ooh, second one kills an Immortal, though. Okay, we did see the big high-impact Scarab. Oh, there was two of them. Ooh. I mean, it was an uphill battle, quite literally. Oh! I forgot about high ground mischance again. He missed probably a bunch of those attacks. Yeah. I forgot about it, and I think Mana might have forgotten about it too. It's so easy. It's so easy to miss that. I sent everyone a thing. It's a habit, exactly. You're so used to playing SC2. You're so used to playing SC2. Oh. Damn, very well played by Classic there. He looked sharp as hell. Okay, we are not going to end the stream right this second. We might be wrapping up, but just give me a moment. I'm going to run a couple minutes of ads. Ooh, expanded version of SC1 missions. That sounds dope. You can make Brood War units in SC2. Can you just also invent any new units? An update could be done by the community. Yes, I think so. I don't know how that would work, to be honest with you. Wait, is Maestros of the Game in... Oh, okay. No, it's in... It is in 52 minutes. How many series are there today? Are there 5 series today? Okay, because there's the preliminary stage. Okay, yeah, so there's 4 best of 5s today. Showtime Cham, Gumiho Ryung, Zound Spirit, Rogue Mana. Oh, Rogue Mana could be a banger. So that will, of course, be SC2. And tomorrow would be Shin Creator, Hero Marine Trigger, Bunny Skillis, Lambo Estrella. Once again, yeah, this is Maestros of the Game, which, as far as I'm concerned, is probably the best tournament right now. I would argue that that is the best SC2 tournament, I should say. The best SC2 tournament right now. Yeah, I would say that it has the nicest prize pool for the players. And it has an offline finals in Paris, which is super freaking cool. The French StarCraft 2 community has always been super passionate. Yeah, the 20K prize pool is pretty sick with the offline finals as Pog. I would agree. I would agree with both of those statements. Absolutely. I'm really curious to see who is going to be covering. I'm guessing there's going to be quite a few casters covering it. The offline matches looks like it's going to be upper bracket final, lower bracket semis and finals, then grand final. Yeah, it's not going to be a huge portion for offline. I don't think. I mean, that would be a lot to do. Honestly, it's a lot to do any portion offline, because even if you have to fly out just 4 players, which, what would that be if they do? Would that be 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, even if you do top 4, flying out 4 players, and presumably one of them will be Cyril, one of them will be Clem. That is very likely, but there's a very good chance that you'll have at least 2 Korean players. That's probably like $2,000 in flights for each South Korean player to France. 2, maybe 2.5 plus accommodations. It's not free to get Cyril there, assuming he makes it. Clem, he's going to be not super expensive because he lives in France. So that's going to be relatively cheap. That sad puppy in the middle really wants you to subscribe. It's true, Old Man Toast. It's true. Yeah, I think there's a few things that they're kind of, if not banking on per se, they're kind of like hoping for. Like, I'm sure that they're also like, well, if Rainer makes it, that'd be pretty nice too, you know? Like, if Rainer makes it through, that's great news for them because he's in Italy. That wouldn't be super far. Yeah, they'd have to pay Clem's Uber or give his dad gas money. Actually, I don't even know if Clem drives. I know that in Europe, it is a lot less common for people to drive than in North America. Just because North America is a lot more... North America is a lot more spread out. A lot more rural. Whereas Europe is, 1, connected heavily by trains, and 2, I mean, there's just less space and everything's more population dense. Okay, what do we think? Showtime Cham, Gumiho Ryung, Zound Spirit, and Rogue Mana. Would really like to cover this. But I, once again, have to assume that probably going to be a lot of people covering it. This is, oh, yeah, this is super, super cool. Actually, okay, a couple of very interesting rules about this. One, the map pool, they have replaced 3 of the maps. What have they replaced? So we got Tokamak, Persephone, Pylon, Incorporeal, Ultralove, and Maganatha. So that means they replaced Torches, Last Fantasy, and can I figure out the third one? Not Incorporeal, not Pylon. Just forget, like, the names of the maps, because we just go through so many. Oh, Ley Lines. Oh, they removed Ley Lines. Wow. Not Incorporeal. Not Ultralove, they removed Ley Lines. Interesting. But they're replacing it with 3 maps that were voted in by, I believe, the community. And actually, Torches, Ley Lines, and Last Fantasy were all given the opportunity to make it in. But people picked of Torches, Eldorado, and Golden Wall. They picked Golden Wall, which is super freaking hype. Oh, I didn't notice Golden Wall was on there. And then they gave the option of Ley Lines, Alcyone, and Gressvon. People picked Gressvon pretty overwhelmingly. Over half the people voting. Golden Wall got the highest percentage vote in its little like subsection. And then the closest one by far was actually between Last Fantasy, Kill Switch, which is another new map, and Sandworm, which is a map we've seen a little bit of. And it was Sandworm winning out with 37% of the vote to Last Fantasy's 33% of the vote, and Kill Switch's 30%. So Sandworm barely edges it in. I really like Sandworm. I think of the 3 possible maps. Getting a new map is, first of all, awesome. Even though Sandworm, we've seen a little bit of it. We've seen the least of the new maps. I am really happy to have Golden Wall in there. And Gressvon, Gressvon was a good map. It was a good map. It was the beginning, maybe, of things being a little bit too turtly, especially in TVZ. Now, though, now it's not so bad. Now it's not so bad. If we do cover this, I may put on a rerun for, like, the next 40 to 45 minutes. I would have to set up some stuff. There is a very large rule set for casters. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. They really want an involved setup. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. They really want an involved setup. Wow, they are like, they're going hard on the production. I'm gonna be honest, this is a lot of work. This is some thorough production. To be fair, Europe is pretty easy to get to your neighboring countries with just a train ride. True. True. Okay. Let's put on a cheeky little rerun of Sterile versus a Laser. Laserg. I think we're going to cut the YouTube stream for now. And then we'll bring it back online if we do... This is... Eliza. Yeah. What tournament is this? This is a tournament organized by the French powerhouses. It's called Maestros of the Game. Pretty awesome. Super, super, super cool. Okay. Baguette, oui, très bien. Bon, yes. Bonjour. Nice. Okay, where is the... Stage 3... Playoffs Day 1? Was it Playoffs Day 1 or Playoffs Day 2 that had Cyril versus a laser? Or sorry, Cyril and a laser. Okay, it was Playoffs Day 2 that they played. Yes. Oh, this is a group stage day 2. I was like, that doesn't seem right. Why is Cyril on Milky Cow's team? We're fumbling it. It's okay. We do a bit of fumbling. Group day, stage day 3. Playoffs day 1. Playoffs day 2. Oh, it was only 2 days of playoffs. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I don't know why I forgot that. God, this was such a sick game. Okay, we're going to put this one on. Wait, can I do work on this? While... What we really need is Serocast. It's been too long. True. Game numero dos. Also, welcome, Winged. Spawning up at the top right, it is the Sentinels' showtime. And his ally, Trigger. All right, we're going to show this in just a second. And their opponents spawning down on the bottom right, it is Bat. French powerhouses in the top tier players. Well, definitely the top tier players, but also the French powerhouses in the sense that we have basically O Gaming. The people from O Gaming, you know, Funka, TKL, Coca. Who else? Funka, Coca, TKL. Oh, I feel bad because there is definitely quite a few people that put in some incredible work. Well, we are going to put this up for now. We're going to mute ourselves, and we're going to put rerun. I kind of wish there was a clean feed I could use, because that would be really, really nice. That would be really nice. Hey, thank you, Fatima. I very much appreciate that. Yeah, my barber, he's a maestro. He is a maestro. He's an artiste. Okay, I'm going to mute Mike, and we're going to take ourselves a little break. Probably have to get some stuff set up, is the thing, too. Basilisk Serral. And his ally, a laser. I'm really happy. Really happy and really thankful for this 2v2 format. Because it is given us some showcases of skill that I don't think we would have gotten in many other scenarios. By the way, it is going to be an Extractor Trick 15 hatch out of Serral, which is a great way to play if you are planning to play gasless for a while. You get the queens out early. You get the hatches out early. You avoid getting hatch blocked on basically any map that isn't an uber short rush distance. It is pretty cool. Jumi Skillis. Yes, Jumi Skillis versus Serral GG Machine. Yeah. Okay, that one. Yeah. That was at the... Oh, wait. Yes, that one was really good. I remember seeing the tail end of that one. I might see if I can get the other set of replays and cast the entire group stage. The thing is, for me, it's always tough to cast from replays because I really struggle to fake it. The only way for me to cast a replay, I think, effectively is to literally be completely blindfolded. I can't know how many games there are left in the series. I can't know how long the game is. Because if I know how long the game is, I will automatically know that a certain timing attack will or will not kill a player. And that sucks for me because, so like in this previous game, I'm looking at this massive glaive adept timing from both Showtime and Trigger, and I'm like, this looks like the game is going to end. But if I see that the replay goes on for, what was it, like 12, 13, 14 minutes, I can't fake that. I just can't. I'm like, well, clearly they're going to defend, and it's still cool to see how do they defend, but it takes something out of it. Now, we are going to be seeing, once again, Gasless out of Serral. He is going to be getting a lot of drones as a result. Just now starting up one of these gases. Meanwhile, Showtime and Trigger do go with the quick, we have two adepts together, but they decide not to commit. And a laser did open up 8 lings with the queens at the front and Serral dropping a nice early creep tumor. This is going to give them great mobility for defending this particularly. Oh, okay. They decide not to go with the shade forward. Serral did lose an Overlord, which will actually supply block him in earnest. And that's going to be a little bit of a larva float with that. That's always painful. It will be double Spore Crawler coming in. The funny thing is, too, a laser and Serral actually figured out exactly what their opponents were doing, like, very, very early. Oh, a laser actually is supply blocked. Yeah, he didn't lose an Overlord, I don't think. He just got supply blocked a little bit, unfortunately. 2 queens here at the third will defend against Showtime's Oracle. Good job. This is going to be a much more macro-oriented game. We aren't going to be seeing Mass Phoenix that we saw out of Shameless when he paired up with U-Thermal yesterday. And And when the Protoss player didn't go Mass Phoenix, we saw a laser playing Muta to great effect. Now, will you go for that in a versus double Protoss? I'm not so sure. It might just be a focus on melee lings. The thing is, melee lings go into Muta so well. We'll see. We'll see. It is going to be a big scout on Trigger's heavy commitment to Blink Stalkers, actually. This is a lot of Blink Stalkers he's going to be able to warp in. He's going up to 6 gates. Oh, lings do not have their melee yet. That's going to be a blink forward from Trigger, and he will get a few of his opponent's lings here. A laser did lose 3 drones. Look at this. Serral has only lost an Overlord, whereas a laser has lost a fair number of other units. This is a fast blink timing with the Oracle support. I didn't even think of this. Showtime and Trigger are just playing basically a regular PvZ, but with much, much faster timings because one player is doing one thing, one's doing another, or they're hitting with double the strength of it. A laser's going to lose this base. They have to give this up. There's no choice. There is no choice in the matter. There's no +1 melee. There's no roach speed. Trying to defend this would be folly, but now a laser getting supply blocked. Oh man, this is looking so rough for the Serral a laser combo in game number 2. Showtime and Trigger have shown up big time in this game, and I think seeing the third base really threw Serral and a laser for a loop. Not expecting a big attack, but this attack looks so strong. Nice little stasis trappy there. Finally, +1 melee has completed for a laser, but once again, it feels like it's Serral kind of losing just a ton, or well, not losing a ton, getting a lot of eco, but kind of on his own for the defense here. Showtime, able to get a few drones there in the main base with a small shade forward. Spore Crawler actually, oh no, oh, he kills the Observer with it. Stasis Trap, oh, that could have been bad. That could have been really bad. With a laser and Serral kind of on the ropes here. Well, actually, it's especially a laser on the ropes, but they are a team. They are a combined unit. Oh, Corrosive Vials on these Oracles. No, 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 no! Oh! That was almost the biggest set of Vials. Instead, now they will turn on these Ravagers and say, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, fools? Oh, link counterattack on the other side of the map. Going to be able to grab a ton of probes in a very brief period of time. Showtime losing 12 probes. And that is a really massive pickoff here for Serral and Laser. While Laser was the one getting the work done. Man, if those Vials had landed, that would have been 1,200 resources lost for just 3 Vials, because they were aimed at the center of the Oracles. 600 minerals, 600 gas represented there in value. Showtime was... You do get the notification, but that was very close to disastrous. Now, a laser and Serral both adding the infestation pit. We do have Serral continuing to drone up here. He's outbidden on 66-ish odd drones, but as he gets his high-yield gas, we'll want to take more stasis traps. Do find quite a few roaches there. One of the stasis traps does get diffused. Once again, in a situation where I thought for sure Serral and a laser were, I mean, in so much trouble, if not straight up dead. Definitely a ton of trouble. Serral once again survives, but it is a laser who is in dire straits. And the thing is, Showtime and Trigger, look at their supply. It is very similar. It is going to continue to rise at a similar rate. A laser and Serral, Serral's already maxing out. Oh, stasis trap. Ah, that's a big one. And that's a double weakness of 1, a laser taking a lot of damage, and 2, Serral going for the supply inefficient Roach Ravager. Oh, Lings are going to get into the somewhere. Well, they get into the natural, and they will be able to split off into multiple different bases. I like this hold position. Laser finding some really great value, actually. How many probes was that? It was 12 for Showtime that had died before this, so 5 go down for Trigger, 1 more for Showtime. Serral is getting in towards Lurkers, though. He's also getting the 3rd Hydra upgrade. the leg springs. Doing a bit of dead naming here in the chat. Nanomuscular swell is what it's actually called. We do have the Tempest transition coming in from Showtime, though. That's going to be a great answer, of course, to the Lurkers. Serral's economy is very good here, but... Oh, actually, hang on. These Lurkers, they can kind of defend this position, but he decides not to try. God, that's a lot of Immortals in the middle for Showtime. That is going to make the army of Serral really struggle, but the counterattack from a laser, a small number of Lings, relatively speaking, with +2 melee, though, and Burrow, going to cause a huge problem for both Trigger and Showtime, and that is actually going to force both armies to retreat. He even killed an Immortal, got a good number of probes, even on the tail end on the way out. Look at this. Look at this vision he's going to get from here. This is actually such a net win for Serral and a laser. A laser, though, still in so much trouble eco-wise. Only on 45 drones. Oh, Serral going to drop a Nidus Worm in the main base, though, of Showtime. That is big if this can get up. These Zealots, they don't have a lot of DPS to rip through this, but he is going to get done. Okay. I didn't see the third Zealot warped in. I thought it was only 2. 3 Zealots is enough, yeah, for sure. And it is +2. I wasn't sure if it was +2 for Showtime or +2 for Trigger. The reason that I say it's... Actually, wait. Nidus Worms, how much armor do they have when they're morphing in? They still have a lot of armor. Not as much as they used to be. God, I haven't looked this up in so long. Oh, nice little pickoff on one of Showtime's Immortals. A laser is doing a lot with a little, I've got to say. Lurkers do wake up in the middle of the map from their stasis nappy. Yo, stasis nappy, stasis trappy. Feeling snappy. Serral trying to kind of fight off 2 players at once. This one Hydra. Okay, the players will disengage. One Hydra did go down. The second one, I think, would have been potentially enough. How many bases do we have for each Protoss? Trigger did just get knocked back down to 3 bases. Showtime is on 4. Lurkers trying to reposition against Showtime's frontal army. God, there's so much action here. This is absolutely intense. Stasis Trap actually defending some roaches, protecting them. Serral is building a bank, by the way. Showtime and Trigger are not rich. Oh, this Lurker counterattack could be huge. Storms. No! He loses both High Templar very quickly, only getting 1 not great Storm. Serral will want to get out of here ASAP. Oh, he's got to save these units. Lurkers will be able to get out here, and he can use them to defend now. That's going to be very handy on the top right. Trigger not feeling confident enough to go after this base. He could have gotten it. Oh, but now it's going to be a bit of a wraparound potentially from Serral on this army of Trigger. Storms on the ramp, though, will hit the Hydras very hard. Serral does get a bunch of Archons on the right side, blasting through them with that strong front line of Lurkers. Backline, front line, DPS. Ooh, Caustic Spray. We've got Corruptor's going to be able to take down this Nexus, but it will come at a hefty cost to their HP and numbers. Lings are going to find a misrallied Immortal from Showtime. He tries to recall it out. It does go down. Is there a Mothership somewhere? Storm on the right side. No Mothership. Not yet. Oh, this doesn't look like an army for Trigger that can fight what Serral has here. Storms are good. They hit the Lurkers very hard. Ooh, one last Storm before that High Templar dies. Look at this. A laser even finding a random stalker in the middle of the map. A bunch of Immortals on the bottom side. They are going to run into some Lurkers. Good turnaround from Serral. Oh, these Zealots and Archons, they do not want to funnel in against Surge 6 Lurkers. Will this be enough to clean this up, though? Trigger and Showtime are finally joining forces in the middle, and Serral just doesn't quite have the Lurker numbers. Good concave on the top side. Too many units in the middle. And well, Serral does still have a bank. He is remaking. Oh, Trigger. Blink Stalkers, ooh, those are expensive losses. Even if the Blink Stalkers aren't your big focus, Trigger's supply has plummeted, actually. And Showtime does have a bank, but the loss of that base from earlier actually will hurt quite a bit. Ooh, Serral with a single Lurker run by, and it is going to be able to burrow up here. Can he deny these 2 cannons? If he does, Actually, he kills 2 of them, I think, incidentally. Good job from Showtime with the Revelation, but they did force a big rotation. Ooh, meanwhile, Lings and just a handful of Lurkers and Hydras. Those are huge storms on the Lings. Monster storms. 7 kills and 7 kills, perhaps? 33 kills on this High Templar. What the hell? Meanwhile, though, a laser now getting in with the +3 cracklings into Trigger's third base. Going to be able to get all of them there. Lurkers and Hydras of Serral on the left side trying to retreat out. Serral and a laser. They're starting to cook. Are you kidding me with this one? Trigger does have an army on the right side. Is there detection? Ooh, 2 observers. One of them in range of the Spore. It will fall, but the second one is still alive. And that is going to be enough to provide detection for Serral back. Serral, the fact that he was able to notice that during this extremely chaotic game is so impressive to me. Trigger now losing more and more economy, down to just 14 probes, forced to recall. Trigger is down to just 70 supply. A laser who had been bludgeoned for so much of this game has absolutely become a high impact once again. He's been doing small but good things for much of this game. Now he is doing big things with a much more to play with. Lane's gonna jump on top of these Archons. There was an opportunity to kill this army before, but now the rest of it has kind of joined up. Ooh, nice Revelation. That is a small number of units for Serral, but not an amount he wants to lose. The constant Nidus worms everywhere. Oh, big fight on the right side. Trigger, last of his army, will get caught here a little bit. He does get a good storm on the Corruptors of a laser, but they do retreat out. Hydra's trying to come up the ramp. There's still a couple storms left over, just 1 now. Archons are going to get taken down. The concave for Serral with the Hydras and the Lurkers is fantastic. That last High Templar, I guess, did not have Storm, and it is Trigger on just 35 supply now. A maxed out Showtime, but can he do it alone? Because he is basically alone now in this game. There's an Adept and an Archon for Trigger. That's it. Tiny bit of income for the Canadian Protoss. Tiny bit. Oh, but this Archon, it's not done. It's going to find a drone of Serral. Ooh, big storm on the Corruptors. Immortals do get caught a little bit here. There is a stasis trap behind this. It will get revealed by the Overseer and taken down. Storm's going to discourage a chase. Overseer ultimately does die. This Archon, oh my god, it's up to 8 more kills. 9 more kills. 10 more kills. 11 kills. Oh, the Splash, can he get more? God, he got 4 more drone kills there. What the hell, Trigger? You were supposed to be dead. That Archon popping off super hard. Showtime is slowly but surely picking away at his opponents. There is a counterattack of Hydra, Lurker, Ling, Cracklings of a laser, Hydras and Lurkers of Serral. Oh, the break attempt coming in on the front line. They're going to blast through the Lurker line of Serral. Is there going to be enough to hold behind this? I don't think so. This army of Serral split up in a big way. Hydra Lunge will find one of Showtime's rallying Tempests. Ooh, these High Templar barely getting out of range of the Lurkers. Really needs them to deal with the Hydras here. On the other side, there's so many Immortals left over for Showtime still. He's on 10 Immortals, 5 Tempests, 8 Templars. Is there any gas for Serral to make Lurkers? The answer is no. Storm gonna come down. There's 1 Lurker at home, 4 more on the other side of the map. It's gonna be a potentially full base trade. 1 Archon will go down, another one going down here. There's still storms. There's the Observer. Can it get sniped? No, but it's gonna be a dive in on top of the Tempest with the Corruptors. If he gets every Tempest, can there still be a way to win this for Serral and a laser? A laser's Lings finding Showtime's newest base. He tries to recall, it fails. Serral, he is, oh my god, he needs to be mining gas. The Archons that killed the drones mining gas in this base may end up costing Serral and Laser this game. There's still storms available. Not that many, but there's still a couple. Archon will fall. Immortal getting chipped away at by the Hydra. Oh, barely survives, or barely goes down, I should say. The Hydra barely survives. Storms, that is all of them being used. There's 1 more. It will morph into an Archon. Zoom coming in. Drones pulling into this army. The Cracklings of a laser. The Archons are still in production. Can the units defend for Showtime and Trigger? The answer is no. The Cracklings of a laser come in and clean the army up. but there's a new army on the right side. Will there be enough to defend? I don't think so. Hydras and Cracklings drones are just running by in the meanwhile. There's so many charge lots still left over. Showtime with 22,000 minerals in the bank. The Hydras, they're popping in and out of the Nidus Worm for just survivability, but it's not going to be enough. Just a tiny bit of eco left over pushes Showtime and Trigger over the edge. 3 players were below 35 supply at the end there. And it is Showtime with just the Zealot Remax. The Zealot remake that wins that game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what's crazy too? If that one Archon from Trigger does not go down and deny the gas mining.
Yo, that's a great point, Steadfast. He makes a great point. What a great caster. I feel like people should subscribe to him, you know? I feel like that'd be a good idea. Unbelievable. That was such a sick game, though. That was a ridiculous good game. Ridiculously good game. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of work. We just popped into the shower. A little bit of refreshing stuff. Important, I'd say. Headphones are quiet. Right. Duplicate. Maestros. In-game Maestros. Okay. So we have got to do some setup. Do some setup. Green webcam. Background assets. Oh. Oh. Merc. Interesting. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, so we're just gonna try and set everything up here. If we can. Play in game. Yep. We get rid of that. Should we just increase this? Okay, this looks super weird if we do it this way. This can't be shrunk with this. Oh, we need to, okay, properties, loop. Yep, there we go. What happens if we do the okay. Well, I mean, we can just do this and this. Shrink them together. Or perhaps not. Group selected items. Okay, so then if we do this, there we go. Cool. Yeah, that kind of works. Neat. Okay, that's perfect. There we go. The only English caster I'm aware of? That would be very surprising if that were the case. It's definitely possible. It just seems unlikely. I can't imagine, like, Roddy wouldn't be covering it, or Wardy, or something like that. Properties, configure video. Yes, turn off autofocus, that's for sure. Tilt. There we go. Cool. Also, welcome Life on End. Okay. Overlay in-game. Sponsors. I'm assuming they want us to put sponsors in-game on a loop. ESDs, we don't need that necessarily. Yeah, these wow, they want the players. Okay. They want player camps. Which is pretty awesome. Add the logo background. Add a carousel with the 3 sponsors. Sure. Okay, we can do this. Nope, not in-game there. We want this. Game capture. Yes, we need that. That is the StarCraft 2. Actually, is that the StarCraft 2? No, that's a different game. Let's have Tempest Rising in there. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we'll ever play Tempest Rising again. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I just didn't find it to be... It wasn't it for me. Wardy getting married or no? Is he getting married? He's not getting married this weekend, is he? I don't think so. He's getting married soon, I know that. Next weekend. Oh, okay. Yeah, Wardy getting married or no does have a funny, like, so is he getting married or what is it? Like, what's the holdup? It's like, well, scheduled it. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's just it's a funny, a little bit funny. Browse. And what I need chop Wardy, like time's a ticking. Image slideshow? Is it image slideshow? It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Here we have the man behind the curtain. It's me. I'm the man behind the curtain. Downloads. Oh, nice. They actually put it... Oh, that's amazing. They actually put it so that you don't need to adjust the spacing. Where can I watch Showtime versus Cham? Here. You're going to be able to watch Showtime versus Cham right here. You're looking for English. Yes, the old Nation Wars crew. Yeah, exactly. I may restart the YouTube stream so that it's a different stream. Like, I may cut the YouTube stream, but if you look at the channel, I'll have it live on here. Live? Absolutely. They already start the match. They do not. They do not. That is misinformation. I don't know why you would just assume that, but kind of funny. We got to do lots of little stuff here in a very short amount of time. $20,000. Maestros of the game. I'm going to run under the 3 minutes of ads on Twitch. Oops, sorry. What makes you think that they already started the game? I'm curious. Because that's like... That's just a weird thing to be like... They already started the game. With no information. Okay, we need to add... Stinger. They're doing the vetoes. That's possible, but I don't even know if Cham is online yet, so that may not be true. That may not be true. That's what it's saying on the French stream. Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, let's try this. Oh, look at that fancy transition. Oh, baby. Spicy. That's nice. Well, in that case, if they're saying that on the French stream, then they're I would believe what they are saying. Okay. Is there anything else I need? I'm gonna do pretty bare bones here, to be honest. Pretty bare bones. Damn, Psycho. Yeah, it's crazy, Catholic SE2. It is crazy. Okay. What else do we need to add in? Okay, so they do want... Are you GM on Europe server? I have not gotten GM on Europe server recently, but I haven't put in a crazy amount of effort by any means. Okay, we're gonna follow their advice. No worries, that is my pleasure, Tricon. It is pretty awesome. Where the... Hang on, we want to... It's GM in life. I mean, I'm GM on NA, but yeah, that's not necessarily... That's not what many people consider to be the ultimate pinnacle. Okay. Oh, camera. Oh. Okay. We have... What do we want to do? We want to group these. Cool. Oh, this is kind of dope. They've... Honestly, the French... Kudos to the French team on this one. All right, I'm going to be right back very, very quickly. We're going to do some adjustments on the fly, but mostly we're good to go. All right, we're ready. We are ready. Showtime versus Cham. All right, let's get a prediction going. We'll win this best of 5. Showtime or Cham. We're going to do something very, very quick. I do apologize to YouTube. We're going to bring the stream down for YouTube specifically so that we can make a separate video. Separate video. Should have done this earlier, but, well, we're doing it now.